Do you know what your score was, MP? Or they just tell you if it pass or fail?
I wanted to know, Ribs.
They just give you. They give you that. It says
open.
pass.
It was 71%. It was a 71%. I guarantee it.
Oh, I said it. I would be 71.1. Yeah.
71.1. All right,
I'll tell you all about it. It was bananas.
Shout out to Rips for those major levels yesterday. Power hour Rips. You the man, dude.
That was fun, right?
That was amazing.
Yeah, I hear him, Rips. He brought the house account back he resurrected it from the grave.
Is that true? Andre, did you take that trade in the house account?
I did take that trade in the house.
Holy smokes. See, I didn't even know I was responsible for some good. That's amazing. So, yeah, we kissed that 50-44 right on the nose.
$7,000 winner. Yeah, man.
How about that? Hey, that feels good then. I had no idea.
Yeah, Rips, you were the man. I called Andre. I'm like, hell yeah! Guess who's a effing broker now? Like, just doing all that. He's like, did you see the house account? Rips had a good play. I'm like, dude, I've been studying for this test. All right,
all right. Let's get in these markets. John, how we looking on this opening range?
The S&P opening range is a little over 5 points. We're in range, and as Rips was saying, we've got PMI numbers coming out at 8:45 Central Time here. So this morning, I'm probably not thinking about doing much until after that comes out.
All right. Well, Eddie, if you're there, without further ado, I know we got numbers coming out real early. Eddie, let's just get right into the eco numbers. I know we got about 3,500 people watching. Let's get in these eco numbers. We got a big day. We got earnings, Visa, Tesla, all that good stuff. What do we got, Eddie?
Well, coming in today here, Tuesday, April 23, it's either the Michael Jordan or the LeBron James day. Taking a look here, in about 30 minutes, we got our S&P Global U.S. Manufacturing PMI. We also have the PMI for April. We got new home sales. Scrolling down here, 2-year note auction at 12 o'clock. API crude stock later in the day. And we'll keep an eye on any news coming over the wire. Back to you, Andre.
Thank you. All right, let's get back to these markets. We see a pop here in the NASDAQ, sell off in the Dow. Go figure. S&P just going a little bit sideways, but NASDAQ popping, Dow's breaking. Hello, let's do it.
Yeah, we've seen this pop over yesterday's highs, which I did take here, and I am actually going to close 2 of my contracts there. Did take that long for that break above 448 there to the top side. Just got stopped out. So that's going to put us on the board for a couple chunks of change here. We're up $715 on that trade. Not too shabby.
Nice. Rips, what happened to keeping your hands on your butt?
When we get a breakout over yesterday's high, I got to take that liquidity, John. I got to. That's the one thing that's going to bring me into the market.
We are 2 minutes into the open.
I couldn't help myself.
I love it, man. I love it. Let's get it. All right, Michael, we got the keys to the Ferrari today, a.k.a. the house account. I'll be pulling levels for you. We didn't get too many submissions overnight. We did get to see some levels up at 50.90 in the S&Ps. Take a short up there. We aren't there yet. I'll let you know as we do approach some of these other levels, looking at this heat map that our teammate Robert created, which we probably should share with the audience one of these days as we fine tune this thing. But we got a heat map that we're looking at for house account trades, where levels we're pulling from the form that we send out there. So, Mike, I'll keep you posted. But right now, we got nothing until we hit 50.90 in the ES. So right now, trade that house, your personal account until something pops.
50.90. Yeah. Speaking of bananas, dude. Did you guys micros and minis? Done. And if anybody goes, hey, you didn't do it for everybody else, I'm like, we need help from the other platforms to help us do it. And this company we work with this beautiful platform that we're on right now, built it. So that really helps us get out. So micros and minis done on Topstep X. We had, I don't know how many people. I think they're going to get 5,000 people that are going to be on it. Did you guys also see who was on here? And Rips, did you see? I don't know if you're using Topstep X, but you have a break even button. So while you put a position, I just tested it today.
Hold up,
$80 on the test. No, but I did. I got short and then in the money, and then you press the break even money. It just puts a stop limit there. So you're literally going to break even on a literal break even stop limit. Those that didn't pass the Series 3, a stop limit is an order that when it triggers a stop, puts it right at the price.
All right, lesson. All right, we got it. You passed the Series 3. We got it.
Yeah.
We
actually really quick, MP, we did have just 1 or 2 quick things to show you really quick, just commemorate this. Well, there's really no news today besides screw Tesla earnings.
Where'd you find that picture?
Oh, it's real. There's all sorts of pictures of him with Lamborghinis and
that
Jay
is-
Powell.
Wow. You run
Yeah.
around.
That's
Powell now.
exactly how I don't party.
And also for all the haters out there, we have
Yeah.
one more.
There we go.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, who was that President Dewey or something like that, right?
It
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
Truman. It was
Truman.
Dewey
Truman.
defeats Truman. Series 3
Truman.
defeats
I mean,
the
come
Tubs.
on.
The rumors are wrong.
You can't cover up what was really on that paper. But hey, fine, I'll take it.
Mr. 70%.
Mr. Serious.
Mr. C's, I told you guys, C's are degrees. You just need the
gotta get-
paper.
Might be a new tattoo or something, Michael. Mr. Serious 3. Good stuff.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But I am technically, in the eyes of the CFTC now, a commodity and derivatives professional. Just saying.
What up, Stan? We're testing it right now.
Yeah. All right. So what are we looking at?
Well, say your famous words there, Michael.
Johnny, what levels do you have?
Well, the S&Ps are right at the trend line off of the megaphone from back a while ago, and we're also right at 5% off the all-time highs. We're still inside yesterday's range. Yesterday's high did not have have any excess. It's kind of a weak high. We have not taken out that high in the S&Ps. We did in the NASDAQ. We've, for now, seemingly been rejecting above that high in the NASDAQ. We do have overnight inventory to the long side, which increases the probability of a gap close back to settlement in both of those markets. So, you know, we're 5-7 minutes away from an economic number. I wouldn't be getting into anything in my time frame at this time. So we're gonna kind of looking at the overnight high in the S&Ps, which is 50, 70, 75.
Yep.
It looks like, you know, that might be something to look at. The yesterday's high in the NASDAQ which is where Rips just kind of caught that pop above it, is 17,448. The session high in the NASDAQ right now is 17,464. And I'm, 5 minutes away from a number. I'm going to probably be waiting. If we do get a pullback, Michael, I'm liking the afternoon pullback low in the NASDAQ, which is 17,325.
2.5.
Now, we didn't leave any single TPOs there, but it is the afternoon pullback low. That's after the rally yesterday. That's as deep as the market could go. It really didn't show much signs of acceptance below that level in the overnight. We also have the afternoon pullback low in the S&Ps, which is 50, 40, 75. There are some single TPOs below that, which some would call a fair value gap. But again, that was really kind of supportive in the overnight session. So if we do get a pullback to close the gap to settlement in either of these markets, that kind of takes us close to that afternoon pullback low, which would be a level that I would kind of be interested in, maybe something in a little bit longer time frame. But right now,
is that
again,
the 325s? Is that the 17,325s?
17,325s. Yes.
Yep, that's a low.
Yes.
I
That's
got
the
you.
afternoon
I got you.
pullback low yesterday.
Got it.
And there's a lot of congestion in the overnight over there.
Okay, perfect.
We're looking at Michael. Excuse me. We're looking at shorts at like 50.90 in the S&Ps if we get there. Longs at 17,325, 17,325 in Nasdaq if we get there. So we got a couple plays right here. We'll see how the trade plays out.
We do have the expectations out for the PMI, by the way. The manufacturing PMI expectation is 52 evens. Services PMI, 52 evens. PMI composite, 52 evens. So if the number is outside of 52 evens, you know that we get somewhat of an outlier print. So, I mean, if you hear 54, 55, or 49, 48, we have an outlier print. So 52 evens is the number to watch across all three of the PMI prints coming out here in just about 5 short minutes.
All right. So anything outside of 52, Michael? Fix that beautiful camera so everyone can see your beautiful Series 3 face, man.
Dial that face, Series 3 face. Dude.
Tell everybody what a Series 3 broker looks like, Michael. Show them what a Series 3.
You know how I am a part of the commission world now, and I'm going to churn accounts.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Buckle up, folks. It's going to be a long day.
$8 a side, baby. $8 a side.
Oh, wow. Yesterday's price is not today's price after Michael passes the Series 3. My goodness. All right, guys. We got
brokerage.
The Dow did sell off. NASDAQ and S&Ps caught a bit. We've been seeing this a lot for the last month and a half or so. Big divergence on these opens with S&Ps and NASDAQ kind of trading hand in hand, if you will. Dow kind of has a mind of its own, as its components are different, so to be expected.
It does.
Yes, it does. Every month. But then as the day progresses on, call it 10 o'clock Central Time, we kind of see them start lining up and start trading together. But for the time being, good luck to you. You're looking for leaders and laggers here. Just let the correlation, just kind of let it play out here, and we'll see how it unfolds. We do have gold coming just a couple points off its highs, trading $23.31.50, $2 off its highs there. Crude in the middle. Crude had a pretty big range overnight, $1.40 range there. So we kind of are middle. We're trading 81.62 right now in the middle there. But we do have a number here in about 5 minutes. Eddie, please keep us posted when that thing comes out. Like Rip said, anything besides 52, we got a miss one way or another. But 52 is expected.
Yeah, the prior prints were coming in right around 52, snug as a bug, 51.9, 52.1, 51.7. So that's not considered an outlier print if you hear some similar number come out like that. So just if you hear 55, we're going to see a big move. If we hear 48, we're going to see a big move. But, if you hear 51.9, 52.1, something like that, it's not that big of a deal. So, again, like Andre said, 52 evens across the board is the expectation on all three of these PMI prints. Let's see if this shakes out any different here. And again, like I said at the top of the call, if we don't have anything coming out from this PMI print, don't worry. We have that 2-year note auction in the afternoon at 1 p.m. and then earnings after the bell. So there's good. We could set up for a very laggard type of day, but there's always going to be something coming right around the bend. So if today ends up being not a fruitful day for trading, don't worry. There's plenty of days left in this week where we're going to have opportunities to hit some kinds of trades in this market.
Beautiful stuff. Good stuff, Rips.
Take a look. Cheated on you guys.
What happened now?
Cheated on you guys yesterday. Cheated on you guys yesterday while I was driving.
You were listening.
We're on our highs right now.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, I know. I looked at the whole gamut. We're up there. We're up there with Bloomberg. Just some other guys. Very not. We're at our highs.
We are in our highs.
I had to doing my corporate espionage, checking out other people.
480s are the next level here we're looking at on the NQ, by the way. Data did not come out yet.
Targeting 480s here, Rips?
Yep, looking for 480s. This should be the next point of rejection here. Give it up for Skylar Cole in chat. Just made max profit in their 150K. Let's go, Skylar.
Nice
job.
Oh, wow.
Nice trading there.
Catching a bid. Dow just chilling.
Michael, did you think the test was hard?
Yes. And it was everything else is not hard besides
the basis.
A customer wants to get long yen, so he decides to buy a call and sell a put. He's already long a futures contract, and the dollar starts to rise. What is his basis, or what is his blah, 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 and what is net premium? What's his intrinsic value? What's his time? These are all equations. And they give you, I knew they wanted to do they give you I bought this at the store for $2 when I got there.
What is that?
They gave me one smaller. They're like, I go, can I bring this in? They're like, absolutely not. They're like, we gave you one. They gave me one smaller than this. So when you go to press a button, you're actually pressing 3 of them. And it was,
what is that thing? Oh my God.
About the size of one of those calculator watches.
Yeah.
Yeah. Real quick here. We're inside a minute
Yes.
on our numbers.
Okay.
Remember, check your positions. You need to be flat, please. Check. Double check.
Yeah, we almost came right up to those 480s and rejected there, Andre. So that was a nice little reject there.
It was
right at the high in the S&Ps as well.
Bingo. Yeah, that's going to be the level to push on over, John?
All right.
Yes. Yeah.
So you got those questions.
They were starting to get they're starting to get long around there. Yeah, I'll talk about it here in a second. But it was like TSA. They did a metal wand. I had to pull out all my pockets. I had to lift up my shirt, all that kind of stuff. I did have something written on my hand though.
Can you not, bro? There's 4,000 people.
Dome is
watching.
thin. Dome is very thin right now.
Very thin. I mean, cleared out 100 points either way. Wow.
Yep.
Whoa. Look at how thin the NASDAQ is. Guys, this is the algos, the bots, all turning on.
Go.
Wow. Okay. There's your 67.
All right,
49.9 is what I
PMI
got.
flash 50.9. They were looking at 52. And also the manufacturing PMI 49.9. They were looking at 52. And the composite 50.9. They were looking at 52. There you have it. All underneath what we were looking for. Back to you, Andre.
Mhm.
Thank you,
I got
buddy.
filled long there on the. I had an order at 480, so I got filled long there.
We're catching a,
you're good.
catch a runner there.
This is also where everybody's
SPs are
getting
starting
long
to rip
right up here.
too.
Here goes the Dow. Everything's popping now. Now we got all three equities trading
Wow.
hand in hand here.
Holy smokes! I just got taken out there. Wow, what a move! That's going to put me up at $3,600. Wowzers, what a print!
That was a
Wow.
move, dude.
Bad news is good news.
Yeah, I just got taken out. I got filled right away. That was insane.
Holy cow! You don't. Yeah,
Wow.
that was a hell of a trade, Rips.
Hell of a
Well,
trade, Rips.
You got to rip it sometimes.
All right, Michael, we're coming up to 50/90s. We're coming up to 50/90s here in the ES. We take a look at heavy tilts long, heavy tilt, 75% long NASDAQ, 72% long ES, 88% long YM. Everyone's heavy long. But we are rallying here.
So this 5090 is one of our levels that was sent in, right?
Yes, it is. Is it congruent with anything else you're seeing there, John? Any levels you're seeing? Pulling up.
Gotta look. Hang on.
It is. We got
10-year
two.
back below 4.6.
10-year below 4.6. Interesting. Thank you, Jack.
Nice catch, Rips.
Thank you.
It's a nice one.
Sometimes we get lucky. I mean, it filled my order, and then I added, and then we scooped it. It was crazy. It was nuts.
All right, so it pulled back 20 to 15 handles. This is a simple 15 handle pullback in the NASDAQ.
Mm-hmm.
20 handles. 20 handle pullback.
I'm not seeing anything
Did
to
a lot of
lean on
longs.
as far as resistance is concerned up here. I
Nothing.
would rather see it fail up here and then go short. I could see. I mean, there's an anomaly from the 15th all the way up at 51.2375. If this thing keeps going, that's a visual target. There's no naked points of control above. There's nothing above until we get to that anomaly.
What about buying this
As long as-
pullback? Do you guys like or don't like?
That's
Uh,
my
I'd
What
like
do you
to
think
see
about
it.
buying-
I'd
Personally,
like to
yeah.
see it. Yeah.
What do you
That's
got,
my
Rips?
thought.
I mean, I'd like to see this settling into 500s and showing some strength at 500s before I'm convinced here. That's what I'd really like to see myself.
It's still early. We got new home sales here in about 13 minutes. Not that it's a big.
Yes,
could be
I'd like to see a
mover.
pullback to yesterday's high to lean on for risk.
448.
Yesterday's high was 50.76.
Oh, you're in the 5076.
Yeah, I'm looking at ES.
We're
Yeah,
in
I'm
the
looking at ES.
S&P. Yeah.
Gold popping. Gold new highs 23.38, 23.39, I should say. Dow keeps staying bid. S&P staying bid. About $2 off the highs, trading 50.82 half. NASDAQ holding just above 17,500. Just holding at 17,500, I should say. Couple ticks beneath. We'll see a bit of a pullback just underneath, trading 498s in the NASDAQ.
You guys know how fun you guys are to listen to yesterday? I listened to you in the car. Couldn't really watch you. I did put you up on the dashboard and try to watch you while I drove.
That's dangerous.
But that didn't work.
That's dangerous.
Not smart. Not smart. You really passed that
That's
Series
called
3, huh? I'll be damned.
Okay.
You really did
Yeah,
that.
I know.
I'll be damned.
When celebrated at Jimmy's Hamburgers, which was right across the street from campus.
Hey, sometimes a dive bar is just as good as going to a nice steakhouse, man.
1,000%. 1,000%.
Just as good. All right, holding
love a good dive
17,500 here.
I want to get long, but
Well, you're gonna have your chance. Like John said, there is room to the upside here.
Rips, what do you like about your 80s on a pullback?
I want to
Trying to
get into a
find a trade, but
pullback
I
at the 80s here. That's what I'm looking for. I'd really like to get into a pullback at the 80s here.
There you go.
Like those 80s, if those hold at those 80s, that's where I'm looking for a trigger point long.
Hey, Rips, real quick, just some clarification on the count you're trading here. XFA, Combine Live.
We're in combine so far. We're just in combines. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Okay. All right, Dow, catch another leg. We're trying to catch another leg higher here. Trading 38,633. High on the day in the Dow, 38,641. Pull back here.
Yesterday's
5 minute.
NASDAQ trading 483, 17,483s. Now it's lower. 1780s or 480s, 479s, 480s. And the yesterday's high is 448. 448.
Hey, Mark in the chat here says, Michael, next time you're in Grand Junction, look me up. We got people all over the country watch us, all over the world.
Oh, yeah.
Here on TopstepTV. Please hit like, please hit subscribe. We are well into the 82,000 mark for subscribers, on our way to 100,000 subscribers. Truly appreciate it. Please hit like, please hit subscribe. You guys are great in the comments. Give us your levels. Keep pumping us with levels, news headlines, anything, trades, anything you see, big orders in the S&Ps, wherever you see them, please continue to contribute. I want to make sure that trading is not a lonely journey. Here's our pullback, guys. What do you think?
I think the 448, yesterday's high, is a nice spot. I also think these 50s is a nice spot, but I got nothing on tilt. I got nothing anywhere else.
Yeah.
What was that? I got to write.
I wonder how many people are playing this pullback anyway.
Yeah. Don't forget, we got earnings after the bell. We got Visa and Tesla after the bell today. Earnings season's in full force right now. I'd like to get Rips' opinion about earnings season as we get later into this fast market session. But, we got a big week of earnings coming out starting after the bell today. Big pullback in the Dow. Pretty much retracing about 75% of its initial pop going into that number. S&P is about 50% retracement there, and NASDAQ, call it 50% as well. Just beneath that 17,500 level we were looking at in the NASDAQ. Yeah, like Michael said, nothing's showing on tilt right now. I was looking to get long.
God, those 20s up there.
If you get that pullback, let's see if he pulls the trigger here. Or if he'll keep his hands on his butt and stay placing. What's up, John?
S&Ps went right back to yesterday's high, and they're getting a little bounce off of that right now. 76, 75. They went through it a little bit, but now it's rallying.
John with a great trade yesterday, getting long for a lot, I want to say, for a cool $1,000 towards the end of fast markets yesterday. Beautiful trade.
Thanks, Johnny.
I was going to try and hold on to that sucker all day long.
That would have been help. MOC, John. MOC, man. That would
have been a great trade, but I was busy and doing stuff, and I'm like, I don't want to manage this. I don't want to think about it. I got out of it.
I hear you.
It's all right.
Here's a question I had on. If you have an MOC order and you go to put the order and your broker puts the order in and you only get half filled, what do you do with the rest of that order? What do you do with the rest of that order?
Oof.
What happens to the rest of that order?
The broker has to assume the other side.
Let's say, yeah. It's on the broker's ass,
I don't
right?
think it is.
It's not?
Well, actually, I don't know because I could have got that one wrong. So I said on an MOC, yeah, if you don't get all of it filled because you can't get it filled, then it gets canceled.
Unable.
I could have got that
I
one.
think that's true. I think that's right, Michael. But every time I had an MOC order that I couldn't get filled, my customer demanded that I filled them.
Okay. Customers always win too in the world.
It's probably illegal to do that, but you got to do what you got to do for your customers.
So there you go. The mechanics of the floor trade.
But that's a floor question. That's like, why do they even ask those anymore?
Oh, don't get me wrong. There was that too. I threw my hands up a couple times. I'm in
I would love.
I'm in the computer lab. They give you like 2 pieces of paper, and you got to turn a paper in to get another piece of paper, and you got to raise your hand. And they're like, they have this like mirrored glass that they're looking at you, cameras. I mean, it's legit. It's legit. I got wanded down on the metal detector. All my stuff had to be put in a locker that I got the key to hold on to. It was just like Fort Knox.
That's incredible.
My goodness.
Yeah. But you know what I'm doing, Rips?
minutes.
We're going to be
Talk to me.
sponsoring people to go. We're going to be sponsoring people to go through it. If people are trading with Topstep, they will be sponsored, and we will pay for their test. Look, who's the guy that's in Grand Junction? We'll pay for your test.
Mark.
Down in
Mark.
Mark, I'll pay for your test. You have to pass this test. We're going to be having like a Series 3 combine. You prove
Wow.
that, we'll pay for your thing. You get a Series 3, how's that? Getting interviewed? Yeah, no problem. I got a Series 3. What's up?
Wow.
What's up?
George in the chat was also interested. So there you go, George. He answered that. All right, we're making a new push higher here, guys.
Yeah, we
pull back
got a little bit of a long here on
Okay,
that
good.
I'm
Pull back.
working with here. Just seeing to see if these 500s can hold or not. Just want to see if we can.
You had to take a
Yesterday's
lot
high
of heat
was
on those five. Yeah, if you were liking those 500s on the pullback from the 20s, you had to take 60 to 20, 40, 60 handles of heat from the top. From the high of the 20s down to 60s. I think it traded 56s, 17.5 or 17.4, 56. And now we're back on our highs. Now we have 74% of people long. We have people getting long right above the 500s.
Hey, we got Johan.
Yeah, I'd
here.
love to see this squeezing for the entirety of the day here. We have that target to the top side at 537 halves, so if we can just keep on pushing through these levels here. New high of the day there on the NASI. So yeah, this trade is actually working out for us to our favor here. So
you bought the 500s?
I bought the 470s, high 470s.
Nice.
Okay, hold on. You're long from 470 right now?
Yeah, 470s, 3 lots. We're up 2,500 in the position.
Ripping through to the upside on that count bounce. Nice.
Yeah, I really want to see this tickling up at those 537. So I just want to try to let this thing work, see if we can hold these 500s. We just made new highs and we are flushing back down. So we'll see if we can hold these 500s or not.
A couple levels here in the S&Ps, Michael. Something you might want to consider. 2 people. Anne Marie, of course, short from 50.97. Johan's short from 50.93 quarter. So right in that area. 93s, 97s. Anne Marie and Johan.
93s?
Yeah.
Okay.
So something to keep an eye on.
Let me know on the NASDAQ. I'll flip
NASDAQ
over.
levels are a little flimsy right now. Mostly long. A lot of the plays are long. Like Rips was saying, that pullback to 70s. Heat map not showing much. Short of 17,545. We have all level. That's from Umar. Previous day high. Nope, sorry, scratch that. Not previous day high. Prior day's high, yes. 545. Anne Marie, short 17,545. Q, Anne Marie.
Got it.
It's 17,545 to the upside.
545. I'll let you know when we get there. We're about 20 points away.
Ooh, I like this. All right, cool.
Possible shorts. Right now, the Bulls are in control as Rips did take that long on that pullback. Very well done. Here we go. Nick T, what's going on? Up 4K my live with only shorts. Well done. Fairly lucky. I don't know, man. I don't know if you're lucky, man. You've been trading pretty well. I think I'm calling that a blessing. Run away, boys and girls. You always click that lock-in button, lock in those profits, lock out your trading for the day. Don't forget
that lock button has been doing a lot of good in the world, in the trading world.
A lot of heavy lifting. A lot of heavy lifting. Absolutely.
Oh, I'm going to start. We're going to put a pass rate. What the pass rate is, Topstep X to other platforms, because, the people that use the lockout button and people that don't use it, that don't use the lockout button. I'm like, get the stats on that, and they're like, well,
George.
we need to figure it out how to get it. So we're going to try to get that.
Eddie, keep us updated on that new home sales number, please, when it does come out.
2 minutes.
Thank you, sir.
About a minute and
George,
a half, honestly.
Thank you. Where's my dog barking?
Well, 1 minute here until new home sales, as well as the Richmond Fed Manufacturing Index. Also, Richmond Fed business conditions.
Okay. You ever been to Richmond before, Michael?
The CIA interviewed me one time.
Oh, how'd you know where they were? Well done,
I just watched some. I watched some stupid show last. Night called Some stupid show called Bricklayer. I watched the top 10 movies last night because I'm like, I'm not doing anything. I've been studying every night, so I started watching this thing, and it's like the dumbest movie. Everything on the top 10 of Netflix is like my nephew and who's 16 probably watches. It's just, so I got about 15 minutes into that, and it was Richmond, Virginia, and it was CIA, because the scene was there. So yes, it's very relevant, or very timely, I should say.
Yeah, I didn't expect you to know that. That was you got me there. You're just passing all sorts of tests these days. Look at you, a machine. A machine.
Let it be known that Richmond is just a quick 2-hour drive from where the CIA is, but they got ways.
Langley, it's Langley, right? Langley,
Hey,
Virginia.
is it?
All right. We
Is
got
it in the
numbers,
same
new
area?
home sales coming in at 693,000. They were looking at 669. And the Richmond Fed, -8 was the expectation, coming in at -7. New home sales change 8.8%. Big difference from the 1.1 they were looking for.
All right, thank you, Eddie. Eddie's on point today. Well done.
I want to buy this pullback, but I don't. But I need.
What's
to stay here.
stopping you from
Rips, help
buying
me
it there,
out.
Michael?
Very disciplined trading, Michael. Yeah. What's
My first
as long as
couple
we're
trades
holding
are down.
500s, you got to get the house account live in here and looking for new highs, breaking out into that 537 level. That's what I think. As long as we're holding around these 500 levels.
Oh, you like this in a house account?
If we're holding these 500s, we're just kind of dancing around this area. But if we put a strong flag in the ground that we're holding above 480 here and just meandering around these 500s, there's a good chance that I think that we trade 537 here.
Okay.
Andre, you don't have any levels around here, though. We'd only have one opinion from Rips. Okay.
Yeah.
480 is
yeah,
my
house
level all the
flag.
way up to 537 halves.
There you go. That's the man right there. Dakota, I fear in here. Dakota, I know you are trading, Dakota. Please throw your levels in here as well. Dakota is a perma bull, so keep that in mind, but nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, he's long S&Ps, or he's long NASDAQ, and he left to go to the dentist.
Well, okay, there's that. Wow. He's getting very comfortable with this trade. He's very comfortable with his entries. You know what? He's committed to his stops, committed to his profit targets. So good on him. Sticking to the system. Sometimes that's the best type of
I love the way he
trade. Don't
trades.
watch all the noise. Watch all the fluctuations. Stop, profit target, boom, out.
Put it on and wait. That's what he does.
All right, well, best of luck to Dakota. Rips likes to pull back on 480s to target. Sorry, Rips, pull back on 480s to target.
Yeah, targeting 537 to the top side here.
Thank you. 537. All right, Michael, you might want to join that if you want. House account that sucker.
Which one? The 80s?
Long in the if you want to pull back to long 480s.
If we ever even get that pullback to the 480s.
If we ever get that pullback, yeah, we might.
There's a lot of liquidity being contracted right now, 490 up to 510. So we'll have to see.
490 up to 510. Where'd you stop on the 480s?
61 quarters.
61 quarters.
Very precise. 61. Michael Stan says, set and forget it. Yes, exactly. Yes, set and forget.
Yeah.
Where's Dakota Long from, Andre?
That I do not know. John, did you catch a price? I didn't know he's at the dentist right now.
I think Mitchell is saying that he's long after off 17,482. I think was where it was.
482. All right, there you go. Two of them. 480s. 482.
About a 10 lot at about a 10 lot at 79 in the house account.
Woo! Let's go. Look at that.
Yeah, I guess so.
Already up in the money.
Nice.
Damn, son.
Already up. Okay.
Nice.
Now we're risking what? 61s, and then we're looking for 30s above, right?
61s. All right, here we go. I got you. I'll watch you.
Let's get back above 500 there.
Yeah, we just need that back above 500, and we're sitting pretty here.
Okay, Dakota's long at 459.
Wow, of course
he is. Of course he's long from 459.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, man. For his dentist visit, no problem. All right. All right, here we go. No numbers, no nothing coming up.
No numbers until we have this. The Treasury's doing a 2-year note auction at 1 p.m., so nothing outside of that here. So
Cool.
we'll have to see if we can. We keep on dipping below these 80s and finding a lot of bid support, so that's giving me confidence in this trade here. As long as we dip down to those 80s and we find a lot of bidders there, we just need to find buyers back above these 500s. That's really what we're looking for here.
There was a lot of them, Rips. There was a lot of the Top Step people trading here. In the trading combine and XFA, they were getting long around the 15s, around there, 515. So if that shows up back again, that's a good thing to get this thing.
You said you're long from 77s or 79s?
7-9.
7-9. Gotcha. So you're almost 20 handles in the money already.
Yeah, 10 guy. Would you take anything off, or would you just leave it on?
Well, I mean, we're going to get to 500s. That's where the decision is going to be made. What's happening up here at 500s? If we get above 500, then I want to see how the tape is interacting up there. If we're finding sellers or buyers up there above 500s, we're still having trouble pushing into that the 500s here, but we keep finding bid support, which is giving me the confidence to hold this.
Everybody get out and push.
That would be the thing we need to do.
Hey, shout out Austin Silver. Austin also helped contribute on that power hour trade yesterday at the level breaking the 60s in the S&Ps, covering 44. Shout out Rip. Shout out Austin Silver. That was a great trade, man. Good stuff. But let's focus on this trade right now. Michael's long from 79. Rips is long from right around there as well. To try to get a push above 17,500 in the NASDAQ. I'm just chilling out. Right now, you've been hearing Rips read the tape, reading how the market's trading, how the bids are interacting with offers, and vice versa. Rips, what are you seeing right now?
Right now, we're getting that push up into 500, but you see some people putting on a little cappuccino up there. So if we get through those cappers at 500, which we're getting through now, we just need to hold that strength as we are pushing above there.
So, guys, when you're 20 handles in the money on a trade and you're playing the 500s and you got a good entry, do you take it off, or are you looking? Because I know Dakota's looking for a runner. And Rich,
you get out of the way. You let it run all the way to 537. You just get out of the way.
Okay. Like that conviction.
Yeah. There's that push back into those 500s. You can see those cappuccinos are now turning into lofty lattes as we are pushing higher here.
What are these? These are new ones. These are new ones. Oh, I love it.
I still have that case of Celsius you gave me.
Oh, you know what that means. It's time to crack a cold one.
Every now and then, yeah, they are in the fridge. Every now and then when I want to punish myself, I drink one.
It's a reward, Michael, not a punishment.
Oh God, I don't know. It's like jet fuel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can see people up here who don't believe are trimming 5 and 10 lots out of their position, but they're just missing out on all of this extra alpha as we are meandering up towards those 537s. How you feeling about this trade here, Michael?
Love it.
I feel like you should take the 20s off at some point, something off.
Here comes 520. Speaking of 20s, Michael, maybe you want to sell maybe 2 contracts into those 20s if you want to take something off, just a little, maybe 20%.
On the offer?
Yeah, on the offer.
Right.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, yeah, I covered 14s. I covered 14s on a 3 guy.
There you go.
Oh, on a 3 guy. My goodness.
Lock
Nice.
this sucker.
Yeah. Nice.
And then I would move the remainder of your stop to break even here.
All righty. That's a good call. I like that one. What? Hey, guys.
There's that 20
zoom
verse,
in.
Michael. We are going for 25. We are in the pocket today, my friend.
Wow.
Oh, my goodness.
He's on fire.
It's because I told everybody to get out and push.
That's exactly
Okay,
what
so-
it was.
I took 3 more off at the 20s. Now, guys, check it out. Check it out, because I'm going to let this one run. Check out my screen. Zoom in, guys. Hold on. Look at this. Really, I don't even have to scroll down. Watch. This button right here, break even. Just hit it. Look at my stop right here. I put it right in the order. Boom. Scroll all the way down. Where's it at? I didn't have to scroll down. Oh, right there. 4 lot. So
I took off
that to me.
2 right there, Michael, by the way. I took off 2 on my trade as we are meandering close to those 530s.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Dude, just let
All right,
it
I'll
one
take
ride.
off 2.
Let one ride.
Oh, yeah,
right
we're
there.
letting one ride all the way to Glory Town here,
Come on,
Andre,
baby.
as you know.
Ooh.
Just let one.
I already
Look at this.
found. Hey,
Pay dirt.
Yeah, here we
You found
go.
pay dirt.
30s.
Michael.
I took off 2.
What are we long? What's your position right now?
How much do we have left on the docket here, Michael?
Yeah.
What do you mean, to get out?
What's left? What do you have left in the position here?
I'm along 2 from where we're at. I got a break even going.
Wow, look at that. So you've taken off 8 on your trade here.
Oh yeah, we locked in $6,300 so far.
Wow, I can't believe I get 50% of that deposited in my live account. That's insane.
I know. You know,
That is so kind of you.
Actually-
that is so amazing.
Look at that.
hey, actually,
Yes,
it's a 90. Actually, welcome to the world of a 90-10 split. 90 goes to me, 10 goes to you.
I'll take it.
We're flipping.
Let's go.
We're flipping it. We're flipping it.
Look at you. Series 3 broker now. He's calling all the percentages out. Look at this.
Oh my
guy.
gosh. Yeah, and after fees, I get like $20.
Oh yeah. You know I'm
Our
feeing you up.
commissions.
I'm feeing you up for sure.
My goodness.
Well, what a trade, Michael. I'm happy that you had the confidence to jump on in. I think it was the confluence between having not only myself, but Mr. Coach Dakota himself.
You know what? That gave us a 2, and then Andre started talking about that being a house account. You then said it. You've been on today. Dakota's one of our best traders here. He's he's so confident in that trade, he's going to get a root canal. And yeah.
Oh, that sounds awful. That noise sounds awful.
My wife will freak.
Michael, your execution on that was excellent. You know, that was very decisive to get into that long at that level. Very decisive.
Well, John, thanks. Well, Danielle, can we cut that up? Now that I'm a broker, I'm going to need to really market the hell out of my executions.
All right.
Go with that guy.
As good as your last fill.
Let that sucker around.
You're always as good. That's a broker's line. You're always good as your last fill. You're right.
Only as good as your last fill.
Hell no.
Oh,
oh, wow.
Well managed trade there. You got 2 on here. We'll let that run.
I got my one guy. My stop's at 510 even. So if I get stopped out there, then we're done.
Nice
that was the trade for the day right there.
I like having my realized and unrealized right next to each other because the realized is like in your pocket. Right here, I'm highlighting it.
Right.
And for those new, I'm kind of going, like, hey, idiot, I've known this forever. Yeah, but there's newbies here. To have your realized right here locks in your profits. It's in your pocket. And this unrealized is sitting there waiting for you to cover. And then it's going to funnel that credit or debit that realized.
And that's the worst this can be. If you just leave your stop. That's where you're going to get if he gets. That's it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Whatever the House decides to do, we must hold this president accountable.
Agreed.
I just got stopped out there, so I'm out of that trade now. By the way,
well done. That's how you carve it.
I'm playing it. If that's a great trade, Rips. Thank you very much for the house account play. We'll clap while we keep this on. Look at the entry that you gave us right here. Look at that.
I had a feeling.
That's a wick. It's a wick play.
Yeah.
Right on the
That was decisive.
Catching an entry. Yeah, catching an entry in the wick. Getting stopped out on a wick. Getting stopped out on a wick, that hurts.
The only downside to that whole thing was I was hoping Andre was going to take a trade today because we had like a little bit of pump up music for him, but you will at some point.
What, Jock Jams?
Keep that. Jock Jams 8. What? Hey, don't forget about the Power Hour. You never know. Power Hour house accounts could be open in Power Hour if the levels line up. Delta lines up. Speaking of Delta,
we're
John,
gonna play it during this segment, but don't worry about it. We'll find the spot.
Thank you, Jack. I am not worried. Even Jack says here in the chat, well managed. Oh, even Jack's giving props on how we managed that trade. That's good stuff.
I know. Giving props from Jack. I like it. Jack hasn't even said congratulations to me, and he's our scholar here. He's our scholar. He knows my
Who do you think made those photos?
That's true. Who do you think your study buddy was with all those pop 3 quizzes that he's
my love language?
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Wow.
No
That's
one loves
rude of me, Jack. You have
and there we go. 537s. Tickle,
pushing.
Michael. We're almost there. Holy smokes. My goodness gracious.
Wow.
You still want to keep this one on as a runner, guys? Hey, Chad.
Ooh,
I like that. Put Chad on the pole here.
Put Chad on the hook right now. You're in. Do we let it run or do we cover these 30s if it comes back and retests the 30s? By the time you guys answer, we'd be hitting the break even. So hurry up.
We will. We'll turn it around here. Gold turn it around. Dow pulling off pretty significantly right here. About retracement 50%, trading 38,584. High in the day, 38,663. We're about 80 points off the highs today in the Dow. S&Ps and NASDAQ still holding their bid quite nicely compared to the Dow. Crude catching a bit of a bid, about 10 cents off the highs of 82.20 being the high price today. Looking in the chat here, chat says, you're going to get all sorts of answers here, Michael. Take one off, reverse the short, take one and run.
Of course.
We need a pull.
Cover when unsure, lock it in, cover, run it. Cut bait. Oh, wow. I don't want to do that.
So everybody's in agreement, obviously.
Everyone's got
Yes.
I don't do that one.
All right,
But,
I want to make. Yeah, I want to. Okay, so get the poll. There we go. You guys let me know. It's a break even. This is a new feature on Topstep X. If a person here says, "Oh, Topstep X is just sim only," they're ill informed. I am trading live. We have an incredible partnership with Plus 500. Plus 500 is a kick-ass brokerage firm that is coming into the States with a force to be reckoned with. They're out of Tel Aviv. Every one of my trades goes into a live account. Now, when I said I cheated on you guys, I did, and I listened. And none of those guys trade live accounts. So you can, I'm not getting into the whole whatever, however many multipliers you have. That rant's over with. I'm bored with it. Hopefully you guys are too. I'm actually annoyed with myself about it because I talk about it too much. But live trading happens at Tops. Dakota right now getting a root canal has a live trade on, guaranteed, because we can see it. Live trading, professional trading. Series 3, we're going to be backing you guys, professional traders. You would have real traders, real trading, real transparency here at TopstepTV and at Topstep. We will not sit people in a live or a sim account if they are kicking ass. It's been our MO since 2010 when we started the funding industry, was the first one to ever do it. Andre used to call it an e-prop shop. I'm like, I don't know if it's an e-prop shop. He's like, yes, it is. It's like everybody's trading live and you got people from around the world. I'm like, oh, yeah, I guess you're right. So needless to say, the other ones that I was cheating on you with, were not trading that. And they did not have that many levels. They did not have input from other traders. They did not have all that kind of stuff. So hopefully you guys get the whole package here. The whole goal is our big investment here, TopstepTV, is you guys get the whole package. And on Topstep X, you trade live when you start trading well. So it's not a sim-only platform. It is a live execution platform that connects to your live brokerage account. And it's exclusively through Plus 500. That's going to make the execution. So very, very cool relationship we have there. And very, very cool partnership we have with the creators of the platform. You know, that's all I got. There you go.
All right, real quick, I want to get a Delta update from John real quick, and then I want to go to Jack to get some news here at 9:15 Central Time here on TopstepTV. John, what do we got? What are we looking at for Delta? We're seeing some good action this morning. Anything happening over there?
Delta's congruent with direction. I mean, it's positive 7,300 in the S&Ps, positive 5,900 in the NASDAQ, in the Dow, negative. What? Negative 1,100.
Okay, the Dow is just doing its own thing over there in the corner. Just Dow's being the Dow.
Yeah, still inside the range from yesterday.
Old Dow.
Dow's just
Getting
doing
over
the Dow
there.
thing. All right, we're catching a bit of a bit here. We're gonna push up to about $2 off the highs here. Jeff, what's so funny?
Old Eeyore sitting over there.
Yeah, just sitting in the corner. Stop that. All right. Jack, is everyone flat right now?
I'm flat, yeah.
All right, cool. All right, Jack, let's do some.
I'm still house account still long too. I'm following the lead of our poll. Let it run is 51%. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to let it run, but we need to know where let it run means. Rips, Dakota's not here.
I say one off at 537 halves and the second piece off at 560 quarters if we get there.
37 halves.
I say keep them on until 17,590.
Wow.
That's my final all of them on 590 quarters. So if that's, I'd say skip 560 and go for 590 quarters. If John sees that.
We did it again, Rips. We got the same level. That's confluence. Okay. Stick with it.
Yep.
I'm gonna go 580s. Why? Because that's a great runner, and the market likes to flirt around with the 580s. Actually, no. I'm gonna go. Why would I have discretion? I'm not even discretionary trading here. This is you guys. 590s. Here we go. 2 lots.
590s. Okay. Well, just a heads up. We got Jay Cook likes to run into 590 also. Thank you, Jay Cook. I agree with Rips. I see a path to 620. All right, Jack. Let's get some news in here while we manage this 2 lot in the house account.
Well, it also ties into some of what MP just said. But first, an Apple story. The China iPhone sales were down 19% in the worst quarter since 2020. Oof. This is just a little reminder that this earnings week is lit. We have Tesla today after the bell. That's going to be huge. So keep your eye on it, especially if you're trading after hours or what have you. Keep an eye out. Make sure you have the earnings calendar up. Now, MP, you were talking about cheating on us. listening to other influencers. We
Just
did
this.
actually, since this is your last day for a while, we did actually find a voicemail in our box from a person we
Well,
haven't
I
had
mean,
before.
I wasn't there to
So,
take the call. Makes sense.
Yeah. Well, James, if you want to throw that up, we can see.
Hey,
Who has
Topstep,
some
this whole
advice?
thing you're doing with the futures and the funding, it's pretty interesting. There are definitely a few things I would like to know more about. First off, Eddie, the puppets, do they have souls? And if so, at what time in the process does that happen? Does it happen all at once when you put your hand inside them?
Whoa.
Or does it happen little by little as you add more felt, rubber, wood, or what have you? Because those materials by themselves, to my knowledge, don't have souls. Except perhaps the wood, because it's a dead tree. Anyway, happy to sit down with you anytime to talk about that for 6 hours, Eddie. And MP, I sense a tension between you and a number of influencers in the trading space. Do you think that this venom is serving you? Because I found that my life improved dramatically once I learned to just cut these people out. I get it. They have all these accounts and fancy cars, and all of it is financed by the disciplined trading strategy of getting people to click their affiliate links. But that doesn't have to affect you, right? Only you can let them make you feel the way you do. Listen, I love the passion, but I'm worried that you're going to burst a blood vessel someday during one of these rants. Free yourself, MP. That's just my 2 cents. And one more thing, your leg pills you're taking are no good. I'll get you hooked up with the good shit. It's made from pulverized daddy long-legged spiders, which is the creature known to undeniably have the best legs. Anyway, have a nice weekend, guys. I'm out.
Wow. Rogan.
I mean,
Wow.
I put in
surprised
check
you
on
called
that
too.
one.
Eddie catches some
I know.
strays. Eddie, my
No.
God. Holy Rogan, my goodness.
That was amazing.
I mean, Eddie,
That was-
does it come? Do they come to life? And those that don't know, Eddie puts out the
Oh.
most detailed, sweet ass. What would you call them? Muppet puppets or whatever? I don't know what.
Yeah,
the
they're
exact wording is.
Muppets. It's funny because my wife says, "Yeah, my husband makes puppets," and people look at her like I'm a loony bin. But when they sell for
no.
anywhere between $500 to $1,500 a
There
puppet,
you go.
you'll probably be making puppets too.
There you
I don't
go.
know. I got a
Jokes on
picture
them, Eddie.
in the archives. I don't know. Put it up there if you can find it. But yes, it's very profitable.
That was pretty good.
I mean,
Well done,
yeah,
Jack.
share
Well
a puppet at some time, just so everybody sees this. It's bananas. It's like, it's really, you're like, you did that? You're like, yeah. And then he goes into the shop with whatever toys he has and whatever appetizers or relaxers he has, and just works. And it's therapeutic. He showed me all about it. It's very, very cool. And then your workshop's all badass. So yeah, good stuff, Eddie.
Very good stuff.
good
Hey, I got a
stuff,
question
Jack.
here in the chat. A very, very good question. I do not know the answer to. I'm going to pose this question to Eddie, Hogue, and Michael. Who was the first person ever to receive a payout from Topstep? Do we have any idea?
Colby.
Any idea?
Dolby's
Wow.
time is
Dolby?
number 100. Dolby's number 100 funded the first. This is 2011, guys. This is 20. This is when I'm like watching people trade on Sim. I'm like, God, nobody is making money. I remember my buddy's like, hey, is anybody doing well? I'm like, no. And this is free. Like nobody's, but they all want to keep going. I only used to give them a month. They could show me in a month, blah, blah, blah. And then if they didn't, I'd move on. And the next thing you know, we created the combine where it was like continuous. All right, you can be evaluated and experiential learning, blah, blah, blah. And then, but that took off. But Dolby was one of the first ones in Squawk Radio, which was a chat room, which with audio from the trading floor that Eddie used to be on the trading floor and pump in there. Kind of like what we're doing right now, but we got video, which is great. Dolby is one of the first in our community, and he's
Dolby's
like one of the kick-ass. Yeah. So
Dolby
I would
thinks
say
Mountain Man.
he's around there. What's
Yeah.
that?
Dolby says Mountain Man. Remember Mountain Man? MTN.
Mountain Man, MTN Man.
Yeah.
That was his username. Yeah, the dude is cool. Where are you, Mountain Man? He's a
Come back.
Colorado guy.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh.
He was one of the best crude traders, and when crude fell off and got very slow, he was one of the first ones to say, let's do NASDAQ. And there was a
Yep.
big move when we were doing Squawk Radio to trade NASDAQ.
Yep. And then we went dark. We didn't do Squawk Radio for a while. And then years later, well, September of last year, we said, let's do Topstep TV. We got a crew, and this crew's fun. And then let's pick up other people that are fun to trade with. Rips, Anne-Marie, Deanna. I mean, you name it. We got some other big names that are coming on too that want to sign with us, which is really awesome. And then we just have a big trading team. So it's kind of what we did last time, but we didn't have the videos and all that to communicate with each other in a fun way where we can see each other. But it was badass back in 2011 with the chat room and the audio from the trading. You would hear this S&P pit in the background getting crazy, and everybody's like, what's happening? And then you see the market start to move because big orders would come in. It was very cool.
Andre, you remember right before the one of the financial crisis or whatever, the day before it really started cracking, you were listening and you were talking on the Squawk Radio. You were talking in the chat, and we were reporting that Goldman and Morgan and Merrill were just dumping 100 lots into the pit. Another 100, another 100, another 100, another 100, another 100.
Yep,
Goldman's selling now. Another 100, another 100. You were typing in there in caps. This is gold, people. You should be doing something.
I made 5 G's on that trade.
Yep.
I remember that trade specifically.
Nice.
Made 200 ticks.
Nice.
Made 200 ticks in the euro dollars on that trade. Just listening to what's happening in the pits. That was that was crazy. I think I still owe you a beer from that one, John. Well, thank you.
Yeah, you do. I remember that. That was like, Andre, you're like, damn, that information I got before. You were at a prop firm. You were at El Dorado, and you were one of the bigger traders there. There was a couple bigger guys than you, but you and Burdell were big. And you were tuning in, and you be Euro Surfer. That was his handle. It was just fun, guys. We've been doing this since 2010.
Right. We got another push here, guys.
We got another
push higher.
All right.
Another push higher.
Yeah,
So
that's new highs there, by the way. We are looking again for that.
Hey,
Go ahead.
really, really quick, Rips. I accidentally clicked the center and got out of one. I'm sorry. I
That's okay. Hey, you know what? I'll let that one slide today. That's perfply fine.
Happy accident.
But I can hit this. But I can hit this nice break even button. Hold on, John. I got 49, so it's right here. Yeah, no, bad fill. Break even button right now. I don't even have to scroll all the way down there. If you look at my screen, it just shows me naked right now, long one. Well, look at this little button that's right next to my position on my DOM. Press it. There you go.
Do you want to trail it a little bit to lock in half of this at some point? We're almost to the 10 grand.
Are we really?
Is 10 grand some kind of limit here? Can we not make 11? Come on.
We only have one contract, so we're not going to make 20. No.
Hey, Dakota's back. Dakota's back from the dentist.
Okay.
Well done.
Wow.
Still
His
pushing.
dentist probably got rich taking his trading advice, too.
Doc, I'm long from 459.
I'm long from 570.
My dentist.
By the way, we're
my
coming into
dentist
John's
name
level
is
right now. 590s. Let's go. Nice work,
Let's
John.
get it. Oh, what a morning. What a morning. Love this.
I'm fired up, MP.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah.
Oh. Hey, Dakota, is your dentist name Crentis? And if anybody knows what that is, put it in there and you're a winner. You're a winner of pride. Being right. Your dentist name is Crentis, huh? What's that from?
Very obscure show that nobody's ever seen.
Does Jack know that one? Jack, do you know the show?
You're a rabbit anti-dentite.
Yes.
Yes, you do.
Oh, there we go. There we go. The Pride winners.
Oh, that obscure show. Oh, that's
Yeah, so obscure.
All right.
Oh, you're
still pushing here, fellas. Still pushing.
Yeah, it's from The Office.
Yeah, that's not
from
very
Actually, this is the
Wow, Mike,
volume
we got a lot of love with
point
that
of
office.
control.
Okay, here we go. We're
Let's see
pushing.
this.
I mean, if this isn't the best trade of the year, Rips. And I'm saying this because
that's why I came on Topstep TV today. I just had a feeling.
Rips showing out.
We are
back
happy.
to back.
We, and I can speak on the behalf of the house account, are very happy you're here today.
And yesterday, trust me, yesterday was very
And yesterday. And last night you brought it from the dead. It was in the hole $3 grand, and we ended up 5,500. It needed to be.
All right, coming up to this level, 5097s. I know there's some short in the S&Ps. There was some levels. 5097 was some short, a couple short levels here from Johan and Anne-Marie.
Look at my screen.
Oh.
going to show you where we're at
share
here,
that.
Michael. So this is the volume point. This is the volume point of control from the 18th. Right now, that's put in the high. This is the target that I called out, and rips the same level basically, right, as 17,590. So we're at an exit level here. If I were you, Michael, I would trim that risk to lock in a major part of this trade.
Right now, he only has one on.
Yeah, I one on. Hey, you know what I can do?
10 minis or 10 micros.
I can put it into I can put it into micros. I can put it into micros now, guys, because you could do micros on Topstep X. Bing. There you go. There's a little
We are pushing above 570s here, Michael. 590s are in sight. So, I mean, like John said, 590s are a beautiful spot to be trimming here.
Yeah, this is an exit area. So
definitely. I'm seeing a lot of people in tune with that too. We're seeing those cappuccinos are back in line for you, Andre.
Frothy as hell, I guess.
That's a new one that got me, Rips. That got me good, man. Keeps it fresh. I love it.
You order extra froth? Extra froth,
Absolutely. Right? You got it right there.
Oh, that got me good.
There we go. 80s are tied in. We're going up for 85s. Get those 90s and the quarters ready to go, Michael. Come on, do it.
Push.
NVIDIA's
pumping. I wonder how many MP personal accounts are trying to sell the highs right now that are just getting stop run.
That's who fuels these rallies.
Yeah, didn't somebody say the house account is the best? There it is.
Oh, got it.
90 coins.
Oh, baby. You can't find a better trade on anywhere on the internet today than that. The best GD trade ever.
God damn.
Let's go, MP. That's what I'm talking about.
Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, that was a $9,895 real money trade in one gosh darn account. That's all you need to do it in.
All right. Wow.
What
a trade.
Real traders.
Rips, Mike,
real traders.
Chad. Shout out Jack. Everyone. Shout out to everyone.
That was everybody. That was Dakota. That was Hogue. That was Andre. That was MP. That was everybody in the mix.
Woo!
That was awesome.
Well, the chat.
How you do it?
Even the chat. The chat said, "Leave it run." Chat, you're in. You guys, we keep doing this. I'll have no choice whatsoever to tell our marketing team to do more fire drills, do more resets, because this is team trading. We're all in this together. Why not? Why not?
Feeling generous today.
Holy cow!
Micah, don't be a hater, Micah. We've been doing this shit for a minute now. Don't be a hater, dog. Don't be pull up that trade account. I'll pull up your trade report. We'll find blind squirrels. Don't be a hater now. That was a hell of a trade. You know, blind squirrels around here. All right, Dow popping still. S&P trade 5101. My goodness.
If you talk smack, the rule here is give us your username, and then we can look you up, and we can fair trade this. And we can be seeing you for
easy. That'd be fire.
Got my trader hat on today.
Yeah, oh yeah.
My trader
you got your broker. You woke up with your broker hat on. You slapped on your trader hat. Well done. That was really cool. That was very, very cool.
Hey FINRA. Hey NFA. Hey CFTC. Who's here now? We coming. We coming. As Dion says, we coming.
Coach Prime. Hey, Rips, if you got a second, can we do a Mag 7 update? I'm assuming a lot of it's just rally, move to the upside. I see a lot of people talking about
the big ones on the docket over here. We got Microsoft, Meta, NVIDIA all sort of rallying here to the top side. Apple is lagging here. Google is pushing up. Do remember that we are seeing earnings from Microsoft and Google this week, which is probably, a little bit of the run up to earnings. We also have Tesla after the bell today. Tesla's showing some strength, but nothing too special. It's trading 144s, almost 145s right now. But Microsoft, the number one weight of the S&P and the NASDAQ, is the star of the show today. Up 5 points, about 5 points here off the open. So seeing it breaking above where it was on the high 2 days ago, trading on Friday. So that breakout of those highs is really what I think is leading this rally here. So run up to earnings is probably what it is. And, some dovish commentary today is giving us that firepower here to the top side. So that's what we're looking at today on the Mag 7. Apple being the laggard, if that woke up today, we could see this thing really perking to the top side here. We are tickling into those 17,600s now. But the level I have above that, 630 spot 75, if we get all the way up to that level, I'd be pretty surprised here, but we could see that with continuation out of Microsoft.
What a rally. Hell of a rally. Dow staying bid here.
Who doesn't love a good
rally?
rally? I mean, we'd had 6 days for the Bears. It's about time we get 2 back-to-back days for the Bulls.
Right.
Agree. Everything's right again in this world.
What Micah
Infinite
say?
bid market.
Dre, what Micah say?
Stop. I don't know.
I don't know.
It came and went. It came and went. Something about a blind squirrel. Something about a blind squirrel. Blind squirrel finding his nuts. Golf. Not in trading, man. Homeboy's been doing this for about 25 years, so that's a lot of nuts he's accumulated over the last 25 years. Anyways, we are pushing here.
John has me beat. Andre's Rips has been in here for years.
I'm
this
a
isn't
decade.
newbie. This isn't. Oh, okay. Years plus a decade, exactly. Yeah. I don't know. Anybody that pops up a video and a trading screen out of their dorm room, you decide who you want to follow.
Hey, they're talking about hitting the lockout button, Michael. Just something to consider. We got plenty of time. We're only an hour into this trading day. We're talking about maybe hitting lockout on your house account.
Ooh, I like that. House lockout. I like that.
Micah says, I was just kidding. Micah says, I love MP. All right. I'm pedaling like Deion Sanders. What a bad
Micah, I already like you more because you can roll with it. Guys, if you can't roll with it here, then probably not. You got to get thicker skin in the trading world. Why don't I lock it out? Because we were looking for 10 and we're risking 10. It's our goal. Guys, lock out the house account. Eddie, do you have the house account sound effect or anything like that to make it fun?
The house.
We do have that 30-second. I could show the 30-second thing that we were gonna play if Andre was doing it.
Yeah,
let's do it.
It's weird. Okay. Let's see if we got it, James.
Was it I Like Turtles or something?
Here it comes.
Yeah.
Oh, Michael, it's better than I Like Turtles.
Andre's trading in the house accounts. Andre's trading in the house accounts.
Like Rammstein.
15 contracts is the right amount. MP's ready for the house accounts. Andre's ready for the house account. Andre, give us house.
Yeah.
A few more seconds.
All right.
Like, just hang on. Hang on. Hang on. 2 more seconds. Just hang on, guys.
That was good. Right, Internet
Hey,
Explorer?
Dolby's in a heavy.
Those do-hast.
Dolby's in a heavy metal. Dolby's in a heavy metal band, guys. So is that a Dolby? Yes, swear to
That was
God.
probably Dolby's band.
Yeah, let's see.
All right, so move over to my screen. We're already on it. All right, guys, this is how you do it on Topstep
Watch
X.
this.
And somebody said it's the future of futures. That's kind of a fun line, and we'll probably snag that, trademark it, and take it away from. No, I'm joking. So right now I'm going to lock out because we risked 10 to make 10. That was our goal, and we wanted to be right 50% or more of the time. That was one of the big goals of house account with a community trade. We did that today. We had the community trade, and as long as we keep trading as a team, then we should all be right more than 50% of the time. I think that's a fair enough risk management of 1-to-1 on a 10 to. It smells like smoke in here.
What?
Whoa.
Wait a minute. Oh, I thought you.
No, it's not a fire drill. I swear.
This is not in the show notes, Michael. Don't do that.
No, it's not in the show notes.
Don't
No,
hit up the chat. Good job.
It actually 100. No, I'm sorry, guys. That would be like, oh my God. No, I'm sorry. I'm going to lock out. Here's a lockout. You hit this. Well, you can see this real quick. 9985. That's 10 enough.
Yes.
And then we're going to go, yes, lock me out. What this does, right when I hit it, it's going to deactivate any ability to trade. Now, here's what's also really cool. That it's supposed to cancel all and do all that too. But yes, lock me out. Uh-oh. Oh, it did.
What?
Okay, down here. No trading allowed. Down here.
No uh-ohs.
Down here. No trading. I was just making sure. I looked at the wrong thing. And you can see down here, this is locked out. You won't be able to trade. I won't be able to trade. I can't trade. See, I can't trade. All that kind of good stuff. So, needless to say, this is where we're at with the platform. We have the break even that started. We have the house account, the lockout feature, the break even feature that you just snag, tilt, all that other stuff. But yes, and it is live trading on this platform. And it is, one of our fastest growing platforms. So that's cool too. And we like all platforms. Don't switch if you're already comfortable. Please don't switch if you're already comfortable. If you're confident in what you're already trading on, you should not be switching. You should be focused on dialing in your trading skills and strategy and honing all that stuff. So
beautiful.
Good team trading, guys. As UG
really cool.
just said, great trade team.
100%. All right, guys. Well, after Michael just locked out the house account, locked in $10,000 on the day with the helps of the team, let's go to JD for some hot streaks, maybe a chart pattern of the day. JD, what do we got today, man?
What's up, guys? Nice trading. Andre, give us house. That was awesome.
Yeah, that was nice.
All right. Let's see those hot streaks, James. All right, no change on the list from yesterday. All traders here extended their streaks for another day. Arian and James both at 27 days. Faye now at 24 days. Esteban at 20. And Brian is now at 18 days on his hot streak. Well done.
Hold on.
All right.
Yeah.
Yesterday's best live P&Ls. All right, Dakota tops the list today. Dakota picked up more than 11 grand trading the NASDAQ, crude oil, and the Nikkei.
Jesus.
And then Nathan, kind of a tragic story here for Nathan. If
there was
a trader this week that needed that lockout button, it was Nathan yesterday.
What happened, JD?
We talked about him quite a bit yesterday. He was on the shoulder tap with Mick. He was up $57,000 in his live account early on in the morning yesterday, but he just couldn't shut it down. Gave back more than $45,000 in profits.
What?
Like I said, Mick talked about him. Mick talked about him during the shoulder tap yesterday when he was still up pretty big on the day. Maybe we'll hear more about him from Mick today. Still in it up today, up over 10 grand, but man, up $57,000 in profits going into lunch and just gave it all back.
Dang it.
It hurts, right? It hurts.
Yeah. Son of them. All right. Yep.
Then we got Pin, Wing, and Michael all had nice days trading the NASDAQ also. So I'll reach out to Mick. Maybe we'll get a little more context around Nathan's trading day yesterday, because I'm sure a lot of people want to hear about it. I sure do. So we'll get back to you in a little bit with that, and I'll be back in a few minutes with the top 10 list too.
Awesome, JD.
With Dakota being so like kick-ass on the top of the leaderboard, Dakota, when you get out of your dentist thing, go around the building and go lean on your dentist Lambo and take a picture. It just shows, and then post it. That's kick-ass trading. That's really, really good. It's really, really good. When I see that, yeah, go ahead, Eddie.
Go ahead, Michael, and then we're going to do some plugs right after that.
Okay, when I see that, I don't get jealous. I would love to be in that person's shoes trading like that. That's what I feel. Because I'm like, that's awesome to see. And then you see them trading like that, and you're like, I would love to tear it up like that. And I'm like, that's kind of the inspiration we see, like a kick-ass like athlete out on the field, and you want to be a basketball player. And you're like, man, that guy can ball. That's what I think about the live funded traders on that leaderboard. Good stuff, guys.
Pro ball. Hey, we got some things to share with our chat here. Now, if you are new here, if you're just logging in today, you didn't log in yesterday, we got some goodies for you. Topstep X now allows traders to trade the maximum equivalent contract values of minis and micros 10-1. And hey, just a note here, if you're trading silver, that ratio is 5-1. Those with the early access Topstep X can try an updated micros now. Also, we do have a report card.
Oh boy.
We want your feedback to help make Topstep even better. We're going to post a link here in the chat. Please fill out the survey. We're going to share that in the chat right now and provide feedback directly to our on-air crew and about each segment on TV. So be fair, be loving. We love you. Back to you, Andre.
Constructive Constructive feedback helps us get better. Everybody is getting a report card.
Oh boy.
And just constructive feedback. Nobody here is getting fired unless everybody's like, get that guy. And it's like 99% of people say it.
Report card time. I hated this time of the year. I hate it.
This is not Caesar degrees time right now for Michael.
It's just from childhood right here is what this is, man.
Yeah, it's anxiety.
Yes, it is.
So good stuff.
Everybody on
I'm sure we'll
screen,
even have fun.
MP, I gave you a great score. MP, John, of course, great raving reviews. Andre, I wrote like 6 paragraphs about how much you bring the show up. So hey, A pluses from everybody that I can see here.
Check is in the mail, Rips. I appreciate that.
Put that on our Yelp review, please.
All right. Let's take a quick peek at the markets here. We're having a lot of fun here on Topstep X. It's been a hell of a morning. Great trading, great input, great commentary. I did see some in the chat say, since I tuned into Topstep X, I'm no longer lonely. I love laughing with you guys and trading with you guys. We really appreciate that. Keep it up. We're here to, it's a lonely journey can be, especially when you're in a slump, struggling. There's nothing worse than questioning yourself, second guessing yourself in these trades. That's what we're here for. We got your back. You guys got our back. We're in this sucker together. It's not easy, but we're trying to bring the best minds, best personalities, best information in real time, real trades, real accounts, real P&Ls. So welcome to Topstep X for those that are new. Let's get that money. So we are starting to see a bit of a pullback here in the NASDAQ, about 30 points off the highs. Couldn't kiss 17,600. We were about 1 point away from that. Currently trading 17,561. Rips, we've been trading quite well this morning. We kind of stand on our hands for the time being. How do we attack the rest of the day? We're coming up at 9:45 Central here. A lot of time left in the trade. We locked out the house account. How do you attack the rest of the day on a day like today?
Hey, Andre, hold on. Rips, Andre, hold on. I want to give you guys mad props, both Hogue and Rips. 98.9s or whatever were the high. We covered 92s and 94. Sorry. Hold on. What is this? 4?
I was just feeling pretty proud of that target.
Right. The fact that we both had confluence at that level was like, because I was originally saying cover a little bit at 560, and then John chimed in and he said, well, my level's 590. And I said, no kidding. Mine's 590 quarters. So taking out that 560 cover was everything, and it wouldn't have been able to happen without John here. It was a perfect, like being in concert. Everybody was in concert today, like Anne-Marie said. It was picture perfect.
It was fun.
Yes, it was. Go with Andre's question, but kudos to you guys. We can move on from the house trade. That was a great house play, and appreciate. We carved it up with the entry and the exit. Kudos, everybody.
I guess the question, just rephrase the question. Rips, how do you attack the rest of the day like this? We locked in some profits. Do we dumb down the size? Do we call it a day? Do we go hit the gym? What do you do looking at a day like today? How do you attack the rest of the day? We got earnings coming out later. We got this 2-year auction coming out at noon Central Time. How do you attack the rest of the day for those that maybe are seeing these sizable profits for the first time in their career?
Well, I'm up a sizable amount. That's usually when I judge whether or not I have mental capital left in the tank. If I want to say that I still have more mental capital to spend, I'm going to go for it. But given how picture perfect that trade was and how we just nailed the top of that range, that to me says, hey, we should probably pump the brakes and save our mental capital for another day. I mean, that was an amazing, amazing rip off that newsprint. And then that beautiful pullback where MP was able to take the house account. That to me is the picture perfect setup. One of the things that you tend to do as a newer trader is trying to force things that you didn't hit. So the fact that we all hit that in concert was an amazing thing. If you didn't hit that, one of the hardest things to do as a newer trader is to try to trick yourself and say, well, that was just one situation. It was one moment in time. That moment is never coming again. It's a unique moment. It's like a snowflake. It's never going to happen ever again. You missed the moment. You have to move on. And that's one thing that I struggled with in my probably first 2-3 years of trading was you'd see a huge move happen. You'd miss it. Maybe you're waiting for a pullback on a huge run up and you completely and entirely miss it. One of the hardest things is to quiet down that part of your mind and say, you know what, I'm done trading for the day. But you have to find that within you. You have to remind yourself these are moments in time. They're never coming again. You have to wait for another setup. And until that setup presents itself, it's just best to lay off.
Great stuff. Super strong stuff there.
Lay off, dude.
We're seeing a bit sell-off in gold here. About $17 off the highs, trading 23.28. Kind of looks like it's tracking for VWAP. VWAP, I got pegged at 23.25 here, so about $2 away from that, but we are selling off in gold. Everything else, Dow chilling right near the highs. There's like a bit of a pullback here. Not seeing too much across the markets for the time being. But yes, Rips, I think that's very sage advice. You execute a trade like that, mental capital. How do you do a self-evaluation of where your mental capital is, Rips?
I mean, you go through, again, it's one of those things. It's a part of building up your implicit memory, which you really can't force as a trader. And it's going through the fire and flames of doing this I've been doing this for a decade. I've been at this for a decade. I started in 2013, 2014, early 2014. But it's one of those things where if you don't go through these situations, you don't go through the pain of what it's like to have a really big day, lose it. You kind of have to go through that fire and flames to experience that, because if you don't know how deep that pain can cut. And so for me personally, the first 3 years of trading that I had were just wrought with psychological problems where I would be on tilt often. I would give back huge days. I would dig myself deeper and deeper into holes. And I feel like going through that as a trader, it's kind of blessing yourself through the fires of the market. And without going through that, it's really hard to understand it. Some folks out there can see it early and they can nip those problems right in the bud, but the problem is that you have to kind of go through those things yourself and sort through those issues yourself. I can sit here and wax on about it all morning, but the real truth is that until you go through it your own self and experience those own pain points, it really is hard to stop yourself from doing those things. But, don't let this advice resonate with some of you if you haven't gone through it before. Don't go through that pain yourself if you can avoid it. Try to understand that, like I was saying earlier, these are moments in time. You have to capture those moments in time. Trading can exist where, like, Michael got that entry, and that entry existed in the snap between my fingers right then and there. And it was a dip down on that entry. He nailed that entry. He had a resting order. And without hitting that entry, the entire probability, everything in the trade changes in the trade. So when you're going through something like that, you have to remind yourself, you have to set up mental tricks to go through a checklist with yourself, self-evaluation, and asking yourself these questions. Am I in the pocket? Am I trading on tilt? And am I trying to chase an entry that I missed? Self-evaluation is key, and you should be constantly in conversation with yourself, whether that's having a notepad on your desk, writing down your current emotional state, or just consistently asking yourself, what am I doing right now? Is there a setup am I taking? Am I on tilt right now? Evaluation is key.
Right here, notepad.
Beautiful. Yep. Got mine right here.
Whoa, where'd you get that?
What do you mean?
Where'd you get that?
I got that at the store, man. Where'd you get that one?
I
right,
got
John,
a whole box full of these things.
I could use one, actually. I was going to hit you up. So I should have brought some back when I was out there. John, I want to ask you.
I'll just haul the box to Chicago. Yeah, why not?
I just need two. I just need two of them. I don't need all of them. John, I want to go to you. I'm looking at the S&Ps right now. I'm looking at the levels we have here at Topstep. And we got 50.76 is yesterday's high, and we got 51.50 weekly kickoff high. Currently, we're trading right around 5,100. So we're kind of in the middle of those stories. You see room to the downside, room to the upside based on profile right now?
Well, based on the profile, what I'm kind of looking for is, are we going to leave a failed auction above the initial balance? We have really wide initial balances in both the S&P and the NASDAQ. So here's what I am looking at. Okay, you got it on my chart. So here's the NASDAQ, right? So we got our target. There it was, this naked point of control here, 5,900. The initial balance is pretty big. It's less likely that we're going to extend really far away from a really wide initial balance. So what I'm looking for is a failed auction above. If the next 30-minute bar opens below the high of the initial balance, which is, we're right at it right now, 17,570, then there's the possibility that if we leave this selling tail up here, we could kind of go back and start to rotate through the body of the profile today. We've been one time framing higher all morning. I think the probability of that is relatively low, but if we do, kind of open the next 30-minute bar below the low of the initial balance high, again, that's 15,570, then there's the possibility of leaving a failed auction above, which could bring us back into range, into value, and rotational into the rest of the day. Take a look at it now in the S&Ps. We're kind of in the same situation. Yep. S&Ps are presenting a little bit stronger. Right now we're still above the high of the initial balance, but in 5 or 6 minutes, 7 minutes, if we do pull back and open the next 30-minute bar inside the initial balance or below the initial balance high at 50.96 even, then the possibility of a failed auction exists. That lets us limit risk possibly, and if we do leave this selling tail up here, it would indicate that the auction higher may be tiring or ending, and a new auction lower might begin. Gotta wait though. Gotta
Really?
be careful. We don't want to preempt this. And if we do open above the initial balance high here at 50.96 even, and we leave single TPOs here, those single TPOs become support for potential continuation to the upside. This morning on the opening call, I said, if this market really grows legs to the upside, this level right here, 51.2375, you can see it right here. This is called an anomaly. One tick price bar overlap leaves this little anomaly sticking out as an eyesore, and this would be a visual target for continuation to the upside. But we still, there's still work we have to do. Are we going to open the next 30-minute bar above the initial balance high? If we do, the initial balance high becomes potential for support. If we leave single TPOs above the initial balance high, those also become potential support for a continuation move to the upside. Am I expecting a move of this magnitude? No. Did I expect the move, the magnitude of the move we had yesterday? No, I did not. So where does that take us? That takes us to almost twice the initial balance is where we're going to have to get up here. So our initial balance is right here. It is this blue line. I don't know if I can make it any smaller. There it is. There's our initial balance. This is
what's the price, John? I'm in a car listening on the radio.
Catching a bid.
Well, we just talked about the initial balance high, which was 50.96. Initial balance low is all the way down at 50.6375. But what I'm looking at here is 1.5 times the initial balance takes us up to 51.12. Twice the initial balance takes us all the way up to 51.28 half. 51.28 half. That includes our little anomaly that we just pointed out here at 51.2375. Yesterday, we exceeded the initial balance on the rally to the upside. Okay, what was I'm just going to kind of stab at the range for the initial balance, and 14 to 34. So a 20-point initial balance. Well, we exceeded that as far as the rest of the range. Here's twice the initial balance from yesterday on the high here was 54.50, and we exceeded it, but it was a small initial balance. We have a wide initial balance, so the probability of exceeding twice the initial balance is a lot smaller, right? So, if we do continue this push to the upside, this little anomaly up here would be my target. It's just short of twice the initial balance, which I wouldn't expect the market to exceed twice the initial balance today. Again, that anomaly is at 51.2375.
123. Good stuff. Nick T in the chat. One of our top funded traders here. Also likes 5123 in the ES. Catching a huge bid here in the Dow, making new highs, trading 38,737 new highs there. What's the upside? New highs in the ES. Rips. Michael, you switch over the
I'm getting chewed up on my personal account. This is what happens when you trade solo.
Solo. How chewed?
Mental capital. You guys said mental capital earlier. I want to see in the chat just because it's fun to get a little chuckle. Do not say anything that would incriminate you or that we'd have to get subpoenaed on. But when your mental capital has been so low, somebody said I threw a monitor out the window or something. What have you done that has been a pressure release? Don't be stupid here. For mental capital being so low. For mental capital. No, honestly, I have thrown keyboards,
Yep.
a couple, easily 5-6 of them over my history. Slam down on it, and all the buttons or whatever flew everywhere. That's pretty common because it's about $80 cost. I've done a monitor before. It's a little more expensive. I'm talking the 25 years that I've been trading. There's been something. I've seen a guy stab himself in the arm with his pen. Pull it out. The blood started shooting. We said that story on here before.
Yeah.
What have you done?
Yep.
Yeah. What have you done?
In the wall walking down the stairs too.
Kevin O has done household work. Oh, wow.
Really? You're welcome at my
some
place
people's
anytime.
house.
You can come over.
Some people's house is probably spick and span. Oh, troll.
We are seeing a bit of a bid here in.
Don't say you hit anybody, please. We don't want to be like shot someone. You can't. Thanks, Daniel. Thanks. We're gonna get thank you.
We don't need that.
Come on, real stuff, guys. You've been trading for a while. What have you done? We're not alone.
Me personally, I think the best stress relief is feeding the geese. You know, going outside, tending to the birds, giving them a nice loaf of bread.
You don't do that.
You don't do that. Feeding the geese.
You don't do that.
I mean, everybody knows the best stress relief is feeding the geese.
Wow, we have a special guest joining us right now. Michael, you may know him. I think you guys have chatted. Oh, Mr. Austin Silver himself. Welcome, Austin Silver. What are we doing here today? What's happening, my man?
What's up, boys? I mean, we're feeding the geese, it sounds like. Are you feeding them bread? Or are you feeding them Coors Light, Rick? What are you doing, bro? That was so funny. Good to see you guys. Andre, what's up? Michael, good to see you.
Props to
what's up, Austin?
What's up, Austin? How you doing, buddy?
Boys. I'm doing good, man. Great trading last night with you guys. Great trading this morning with you guys. So it's a good week this week.
Yeah, we had a Rips call, a Dakota call in combination with that. In addition to with a Hogue and Rips combination entry with the chat saying a runner. I mean, it was stars align, and that's what happens here on TopstepTV is team trading. Not every time we're going to win and lose, but today was a fun day.
What do you think about that? Yesterday, that was my feeling, Rips. You saw the same level I saw. Andre saw it. The chat saw it. Does it ever get too crowded where you're like, all right, there's too many people in this trade. It actually might not work. Do you guys ever feel that way? Or sometimes it feels good to be with the herd because you're catching that momentum, you know?
We talked about that yesterday, remember?
I think personally, you know, when John had that confluence of the 590 levels this morning, that to me, because I originally was suggesting that Michael pulled out at 560s, and just to hear John say the 590s, when we have confluence like that, and like yesterday, last night when we were trading together, I mean, Andre's in the house account, you passed your account, or you got your 5th day of profit in your XFA to get your payout, which is congratulations to you, by the way. Excellent job. Amazing work. So just to see that, you having that confluence, that gives me that empowerment to put on a trade and leave it on and work for longer. And so to answer your question, I think it's a brilliant thing to have confluence. I'm against having that thought that we're overcrowding. If you're trading small caps and something that has a lower float, something like that, then it can become overcrowded if everybody's trying to rush for the exit door or something like that. But when we're trading futures, I like the confluence personally.
I love it. Great answer.
All right, Austin.
God, I'm just chewing myself up.
Don't do it, MP. Give it. Just let it go.
No, he can't. He loves clicking that mouse.
I know. Somebody in here is like, does anybody like the action more than MP? I don't think anybody likes the action more than MP. You can compete with him, but I don't think you're going to beat him. Everybody, I don't.
My grandma bailed me out at 19 or 20. It was like $2,000 worth of gambling debt. And really? I was like, I love to. I used to go to the casinos across the river in Iowa. We used to get Council Bluffs.
What was your game?
Funny
how
you
throwing the dice?
I was playing blackjack back in those days.
Attaboy.
Hey, we got 74% of people short right now. 74% of people short. 73. It's kind of a lot. Right? Kind of a lot.
Daily range on ES. 51.
Yeah, we retested that 590 level to the top side. Right. Yeah, that retest of 590s in the NASDAQ and that rejection coming back down to those 537s. I mean, that's a nice short if anybody caught it. We are seeing the Mag 7 starting to roll over as well. Meta, NVIDIA, Microsoft, and Google all kind of hitting the bids down here, slamming into the bids, I should say, and kind of rolling off these highs.
MP, call yourself back here, brother.
I got long.
I love it.
I'm long a 6 slot right now from 43 on the pullback.
Attaboy.
6 slot. Oh my gosh. Are these micros or minis, MP?
All right, down $200. You guys go F yourself.
Hey.
Oh,
Let's
go. We need more. We need the chemistry here. It's the gray hoodie gang.
Let's get it.
Put it on. The green. Let's do the Reaper, the Grim Reaper. No, but All right, I canceled that.
That's amazing.
Down $200 now. Down $200. So yeah,
Nice.
I do, guys. I've always had like a little like problem being around other traders in the trading pit and the prop firm helped me big time. Because that helps slow you down. TopstepTV helps slow me down. If I was trading by I'd have hundreds of on the side. Mick and Jack did a great job roasting me. I am not, like Iverson said, I am not your mentor. I'm not the guy to look up to when it comes to following your trades. I am a guy who backs thousands of traders with this team right here at Topstep because we believe in other traders. And like, well, you currently can't trade anymore. Wrong. I got to all this. I've been trading since I was 18. But there is a value in understanding how other traders trade, being around other traders, backing great traders, and just the joy of being passionate about other people who are passionate about the same industry you're in. So that's like the thing. But like right now, do you know how hard it is? Right when I get done with this, I'll take this hat off and I'll go put my CEO founder hat on and make sure the team of 110, 20 people that are working at Topstep, making sure you guys have your platforms and resets and technology and all that kind of stuff is being done properly. I got to play that game, which I do love. Somebody's like, you don't even love it. Yes, I do. But people management and all that's like, I'm not very good at. Pretty obvious.
Insert
but,
joke.
Insert joke. Go ahead, Jack.
Okay.
But I have great people that are around you, and the smartest person in the room is the person that has the smarter people around them in the room, and that's what I've always been proud of is having great people around me. So long story short, to do all that, and I give a lot of credit to the people who have a primary job that's also trading. I did that in the very beginning. I was a bartender and a trader. You got to take these kind of sacrifices, but it's very, very hard. Do not look at me as a fade MP bro or whatever the fade me bro or fade MP. Like, go ahead. I like that. I'm not the guy. But when I talk about trading, I should be your coach. Bill Belichick can't go on the field and throw the ball like Brady. Like I got Brady's on here. Austin's trading really well. Rips trades really well. Dakota. We got all these guys. They're our athletes. They're the athletes of the marketplace. They're the Red Bull athletes of Topstep. So this is fun, and this is the industry that we wanted to create and be a part of, and then turn it into a league of just kick-ass traders. So that's my rant on my trading. I know. Remember he said that
with the Iverson quote, bro, dude. Yeah, and like I thought you were gonna hit us with a practice. We talking about practice? I don't know practice. That's where I thought we were going next, dude.
Well, I mean, we're almost there.
We're getting there. Very good. Awesome stuff. Austin Silver. Thank you for jumping in here. Austin, how have you been trading so far this morning? Anything good?
I haven't traded yet today on the XFA because I know that we had me on here to take the payout. I know that's like my little pop in the day. So I've got a couple minutes. If we want to flip to my screen, I can just initiate that. Yeah, beautiful. So you can see.
This is really happening.
That's one heck of a profit curve there. Beautiful.
Not bad.
Look at this.
I mean, you'll see 71% win rate, average losing 60. And get me over that $200 and really just not many trades. Look at it. It's just a couple of stacks here to get it over the line. So
a couple of stacks. I love
Sniper-like.
Nice trading.
The biggest advice that I found after I already torched one XFA of 50K is you can't go too big on these XFAs. You've got to build up the buffer. You want to get this first payout. This is a big deal, right? Like you get to make yourself profitable with Topstep at this point, depending on how much money you've spent. So I think for everybody, don't rush it when you get into the XFA. That would be my best advice. Go slow, build the buffer. Rip says it all the time. And then as you get more buffer, you can trade more size. Don't treat it like MP treats the casinos over the bridge. You know what I'm saying?
That was when I was 19 and 20, but yes, I probably still have a little bit of that.
Over the bridge. I know the bridge.
Come on, listen, you guys bring me on. You know me at this point. You know I'm going to throw some Riz in there. I got to razz it up a little bit.
No, you should have. It's a prerequisite. Yeah.
It's a prerequisite. Yeah, if you can't take the shit in the pit, get out of the pit, right? Something like that.
Oh, I like that. Yeah, I like that.
All right, he's doing it. Are we doing it?
Yep.
Ooh, here we go. We are doing it.
500. We got it all set up in here. Looks good. Looks good.
Hey, Austin, I've never made it to this screen, buddy. I'm really proud of you.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, right. All right, there it is. We submitted the payout request. So I got to thank you guys, man. This has been an amazing experience with you guys. I just started with Topstep in February, so this is all new to me. I've been paid out by the CFD companies before, but now getting the first one with Topstep, I'm happy to be here and looking forward to many more.
Awesome. You're the man. So you did the transit. You did the bridge from the FX CFD world into the futures. How difficult was that? Help us, because we have a lot of people, and it's a growing industry in the future space. Lots of FX brokers looking to come into here trading futures. They all left with the FX and CFDs. A lot of them did, and the ones that stayed should think about leaving for multiple regulatory reasons. But futures is regulated. Futures is what we've been doing since 2010. How is that trend? How is that bridge? What that bridge like? How was it?
It's been very easy, especially because I was trading US 500. So to come over and trade ES, super easy. Of course, you got to get used to contracts and understanding the micros and the minis. And we've got little stupid analogies we can all come up with. But once you get used to that, which I learned by doing. So I bought a couple of combines, 50K. I got one of the good deals you guys ran. And I said, look, I'm going to go into it and try to pass. I'm going to try to pass, but in that I won't be afraid to trade. So by coming in with that type of an attitude, I failed a few combines to begin with. Not ashamed of that. I think you got to embrace the failure. Rips talks about it all the time, but you learn through that. As long as you're learning and moving forward, all that matters is how much did you invest and how much do you get paid out? The bottom line. You got to look at it like an entrepreneur. So the transition has been really easy, other than the contract size and, you know, just learning a little bit the difference between the micros and the minis. The market hours are a little bit different, but I mean, if you have any experience in markets, even a year or two, you can probably make the switch just like I did with a few weeks of trading. I mean, I've got guys in my mentorship who are less experienced than me, and they're making the switch within a month. So I would say give yourself a month. Don't, go ahead, Mike.
What was the biggest thing you liked switching, and what was the thing that you still like, I don't know, I like that better over an FX world?
I never, even through my podcast, Rips, you've been on, Michael, you've been on, those episodes are coming out in the next 2 weeks. I've talked to all of these traders and no one was like, I'm a successful 20-year CFD trader. So it was very clear to me that futures is where the professionals were. And it honestly, this is not me just saying this. I felt stupid a little bit for not making the switch sooner and not paying attention to that sooner. You know, so I think it's a no-brainer. And this is how
what got you into FX then? How did you find out about it? Because in the States, we don't see about it. We don't see. I went from equities. Let's trade stocks. Oh, I'm short on money now. Let me trade penny stocks. Oh, I need more leverage. Let me go to options. Oh, I'm following S&P. Anyway, go to Chicago, start trading futures. I skipped the FX asset class. How'd you get into that one first?
Low cost to entry. You didn't have to have 25K in your account to trade a lot. Like you had to, you know, with the PDT rule for stocks. And also people on social media, Lambos and pictures of money from your phone, ATM, that sucked me and everybody else in. But at the time, Forex was dominated by these multi-level marketing agencies. And over the years, we realized that that wasn't real trading. So then you get to some real Forex brokers like they do in Europe. But as you can probably imagine, Forex is much more difficult, in my opinion, to trade than indices. When you are in the US and you're East Coast like me, US indices, I love US markets. I love US companies. I'm an American boy through and through. Come on. You know what I'm saying? So it just aligned with me. So it made sense to trade this market. You know what I mean?
Well, also you stay in tune with the pulse of the macro US economy with these indexes. You're always in tune with them. And the magnificent whatevers that are in the stocks, you can look and you're following everything that really moves your 401k, your mom and dad's retirement.
You get better data. Like when you look at the CME pricing of the ES or of the NQ or of the Dow or anything, you're getting accurate pricing, like a centralized data location of price. And I think that's way different than in Forex. Forex, it is all CFDs. It's all over the place. Every broker gives you a different price. They slip you. Their spreads are different. It's so annoying. It's very difficult to trade. So it's like trade something that's centralized, trade something that's regulated, and it's just a more professional environment. So cannot complain. This is what I was going to say, MP. Nobody has moved from Forex, CFDs, any of that to futures and said, I got to go back. Nobody, not a single person.
We're finding that out big time. It's a professional space. Again, institutions play in it like big time. Like the stupid shit I got tested on was about like if a pension fund is along a portfolio full of like stocks, instead of getting in and out of the stocks and building up commissions for it, they would hedge. And if they think the markets are going to go down, they would hedge that portfolio with S&P index. And you're like, it just makes sense. But like in the other world, it's just like a dark pool or liquidity pools that you don't know about. So I can go on my rant about CME.
Andre, we're never going to hear the end of this, dude. This series 3, bro. We are never going to
I love it, man. I love it.
Every day. MP's going to be on here saying, They taught me this in this year. All right, MP, we get it. You're smarter than all of us. All right.
No. Hey, you know what? I'm humble enough to say I got this is my history in college. I got an economics degree and a agriculture business degree. My GPA was a 2.67 coming out of college. When I joke about Caesar degrees, that is the dead honest truth. I was just in school to get a piece of paper.
2.9.
But there you go. I'm the first Patak with the last name to ever graduate. First one ever with my last name to ever graduate college. Swear to God.
Good for you. That's awesome.
Yeah. And I'm just I'm more of a street smart guy anyway. So that was sun shines on a dog's ass every now and then. That was yesterday. That was yesterday in Grand Junction taking the test.
Cool. It's very cool. It's very, very awesome. And it's something I think everybody in the community will look up to you for. You know what I mean? It's a cool show of experience.
We don't stop.
You know what I mean?
We don't stop there. We don't stop there, Austin. And Topstep's going to be back, and we'll back you. We'll back Grips. We'll back Andre. A lot of guys on the on-air TV right now are next in line. Mix taking it. Like Mix had it. We've all had it. If we were on the floor, we had it. But then a brokerage, it was equivalent to a Series 3. John had it too as well. But then they dropped that rule about 2 years ago. So we're all getting it. And when you watch Topstep TV, you're watching professionals that not only have been in the markets forever, but that are also registered with so that we also have to abide by a lot of the things that it says. And we're going to show you some things later on about cherry picking trades and things. They say this in the book about be careful of the people and it's just something that we can't do now that we're moving towards this direction of being registered. We want to be the first funding company to get registered. We put people in the markets. We do all that kind of stuff. We're very proud of what we do. We think we help the industry out big time as far as having a safer bridge into the live markets. It's a great business model for everybody because you get experiential learning, you get funded. You don't have to put your kid's college fund on the line. You got all that stuff. And we're here to protect this. Well, we're here to protect the space and try to validate the space the best we can. I can't say what everybody else is doing, but Topstep's going to lead that. We started the industry. Nobody's this is just something that we've always wanted to do. And we're doing it. So we're going to start backing people, but we have to put that whole process together, how we're going to back them for the Series 3. And it's going to be free so you can learn on Topstep TV and get backed for your Series 3. That's kind of our goal. Free education.
Love that. I will give Rips my childhood education fund, though, just for the record. Rips, you can trade mine. Listen, guys, I got to run. It's good to see you guys. Thanks for having me on. I'm sure I'll be on next week. I'll see you guys soon. Yeah.
Good to see you, Austin.
Thank you. See you guys.
How about that? Payout on live TV here at Topstep.
That was awesome.
TV. Great stuff, man. People pulling checks. Michael, you've been on fire.
So MP, you were on Austin's podcast as well, I think, right?
Oh yeah, he even said during this is the best interview I've ever had. So if you were already, I don't know, man.
Come on.
Yeah, it's interesting. He told me the exact same thing, word for word.
We must be dating the same girl then. I don't know.
Too much fun, you guys. Man.
So what's your lay of the land right now, MP? Talk to me. You're up $10,000 in the house account. I get 90% of that. What are you doing on your personal account?
I'm not up at all. The house account's up because it's a community. I executed because I think you know what I'm fairly good at is reading the dome and getting good entries. You guys have seen that before. I get good entries, but then I'm like, I got to work on myself. So this was not a myself trade. This was like, I'm going to do this role. Andre's going to do this role of collecting and getting together, which he did. John's going to contribute. Rips and whomever we can get. And then the chat, if we can get everybody contributing, then we can formulate a trade idea swiftly on the run so that everybody can watch this. Maybe they participate. Maybe they fade. I don't know. So right now, like the house account's up. I'm down $200. I'm going to lock myself out right after this. Yeah, I'm gonna lock myself right after this, and then I'm out. I go on a little traveling tomorrow for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Wow.
So I'll be checking in a little bit.
Little bit on the personal side. Would you say ever since ski season has ended that you have improved in your trading, or is it going down? Like personal, like where are you at?
No, man.
Since the ski season has ended.
In January when we decided to get registered, And when we, it just got so busy. And then you guys saw support was getting behind, and I'm like, hire, fix the process. And I'm trying to get, them to turn back the phones on, which we're going to work on too, because we're going to be back to what we used to do, kick-ass support. In this funding world, if you can win and support, you can. So I was working on, you're going to be, great, because you have to have great support. And that's what, so I've been working on all that with the team. And so I've been distracted and I've been studying. So it's just like all that. No, I have not been trading well. So I get on here. I have fun getting on here. But that's when we're like, hey, we got to do the house account too. The house account needs to be a community thing. We have Rips trading. We have Dakota. We have everybody kind of individually trading. But really, we need to do some community trading to get together and share ideas, trade ideas. So all in all, I've been distracted. I've been kind of grumpy and overworked. And every time I get home, I'd study or whatever, or I'm on Slack like all the effing time. And I don't know. It's awesome, but it's also been so now I'm going to go relax. Like I passed. I'm shocked I passed the test. I had a test date yesterday, and I also had it ready to go in Chicago because I'll be in Chicago in 3 weeks. Because I'm like, if I fail, I'm going to take it again in Chicago because I'm going to study while I'm traveling. I'm not taking the book at all. If anything, I will take this book and do this to it.
Not hold up.
Take it easy there.
Hold up. We know what you want to do.
I'm done with it. So all in all, I've been working really hard, but everybody at Topstep has been. So it's not like I'm any different than them. Actually, they work, we've been putting in OT and all. Topstep's been working very hard. We have incredible releases that start in like 2 weeks, within 2 weeks, that is just going to be a drumbeat of new shit consistently. You already saw the break even. You already saw micros and minis. Yeah, and the manual lockout. We have some pricing that we're gonna do. That's gonna go ahead with the flash sales. We'll just always be down there in the sale. Your price, all this stuff's gonna be coming out better and better for everybody because that's what we were trying to do. So that's just been a hell of a lot of work to do all that, to plan all that. So that's the longest answer I could probably give you.
That was incredible.
Well, that's awesome. It just sounds, I mean, at least from, the limited time that we get to interact with each other here on air, I mean, it just feels like the stress levels have gone down tremendously ever since ski season has ended. It's great to see that.
Yeah, that ski season is my therapist, and then my therapist is no longer around right now. It melted away, if you know what I mean.
Oh, I thought you fired her. I'm kidding.
My wife wants to get it back on the calendar, so I don't know.
No. Hey, while you guys have been talking, there's been great discussion. Austin Silver, shout out to him taking a payout live. That's a first on TopstepTV, I believe, taking a payout.
Oh, sweet.
Here. It was very cool. We have been watching crude continue to pop here. We're up about 70 cents, 50 cents here in the last 20 minutes or so. So keep an eye on that. Everything else kind of trading sideways. Nasdaq kind of drifting higher. Volume's kind of tapered off there, so it's not a whole lot to make of that. But yeah, fellas, that was really great trading this morning. I hope everyone was able to take advantage of that. I think this is the perfect lull in the markets. Michael, catch your breath. Rips, that was a great question about skiing. I never considered that. I want to hear that answer. So you guys catch your breath real quick. We'll keep an eye on these markets. Keep an eye on oils. We can continue to uptick here. See if we can hit that $83 even level. We're about 19 cents off that. Let's go to JD real quick. Let's do some live or top 10 live funded. Let's do it.
Yeah, let's take a look at XFA P&Ls from yesterday real quick, though. Here they are. All right, Nicholas, Wayne, and Katrina. All with pretty nice days trading the NASDAQ yesterday. Jared picked up close to 16 grand trading copper and silver. Big day in the metal. Jared. Just so you know, the CME product symbol for copper is HG if you want to jump in that market. And Jerry was actually trading 3 XFAs yesterday for a total of $44,403 in profits. Nice day for Jerry. All right, here's the
bottom. NASDAQ. Go ahead.
Bottom half of our top 10 list. I'll rip through these real quick.
You got it.
You fell to 10th place after taking a $14,000 hit yesterday. Penn is back on the list after a nice $7,500 winner in the live account. Penn was in 20th place yesterday. Salmon dropped about $3,000 and fell from 7th down to 8th. Sami, we met Sami yesterday during Power Players. Great guy, great trader. He was in 15th place yesterday, back up to 8th today. And Philip moved into I'm sorry, Sammy was in 7th. Philip moved up to 6th place from 8th after a nice $4,000 winner yesterday. All right.
Nice.
Here we go.
Get a drum roll.
Wow. Wow, it's tight. Wow, it's tight.
Super tight. Real battle in the top 5. Starting at the bottom, Daniel fell from 3rd place down to 5th, despite a nice $1,000 profit yesterday. Making money and dropping on the list. That hurts. Still in the top 5, though. Adam spread close to 10 grand across 3 XFAs and moved into 4th place. Ryan made close to $23,000 yesterday, but still fell a notch on the list. Ryan was in 2nd place yesterday. Jerry, who we just mentioned on the XFA P&L list for pocketing more than 44 grand, moved into 2nd place, up from 4th place yesterday. And our boy, the golden boy, Coach DBA Dakota, his $11,000 dinger was enough to hold on to 1st place for another day. Nice job, Dakota.
He's
nice
on
job,
fire.
Everyone else, too.
$280. 280 up by $280.
Real tight.
Do we have numbers on where Dakota and Jerry are today? Because I think Dakota's blasting to the moon today after he caught that long in the 50s.
I do have an update on Dakota. This is as of 10 a.m. Central Time, so about 24 minutes. Thank you, JD. I appreciate that. I'll roll this. Yes, Dakota up $4,600. That was probably pre and post dentist visit. So yes, last we saw up $4,600. Nick T, we see him in the chat a lot, up $5,500 on daily today. Isaac down a couple bucks, down $700. Isaac will be joining us for Power Players here in about 35 minutes, so be sure to stay tuned for that. David T up $3,100. David A, couple Davids cutting it up today, up $3,500 as well. But yes, Dakota up $4,600. I don't know if he's pulled a trade yet. We will get updates from our risk team, but for the time being, he's up $4,600. So maybe he did pull away from 2nd place. That's nipping on his heels right there. We are seeing a bit of a bid here. NASDAQ rips, we are trying to push above 17,600. Seems like it's a bit of a struggle. Volume very light. What's it going to take to really push through the upside? If we do push through, what do we have? What are you seeing levels-wise to the upside?
630 spot 75. So 633 quarters would be the next level that I have. But like you said, it's having a little bit of a struggle here. And I mean, we have rejected any kind of sellers that are stepping into this market, but we're getting to that point of the trade right now where I think that most of the large institutional players have put their positions on, and they're simply going to be waiting for the results of Visa and Tesla after the bell here, if not that 2-year auction that's going to be out at noon Central Time. So yeah, I think that's what most of the larger players are waiting for here. And I don't think that we're going to see any meaningful trade unless we get some kind of big player stepping in and starting to squeeze the heck out of anybody who's positioned short here. But this is kind of the nosebleeds. I wouldn't be long up here. I wouldn't be short up here. I'd be flat, and that's what I am right now.
Beautiful.
Those 43s that I got long on way down 43s. That was one of my better entries of the day.
Nice.
Tagged it and popped. No, I didn't hold it all, but I got my money back for the day.
Beautiful.
Good entry, Mike. Good entry, Michael. Is just what I'm a one second.
Wow.
But exiting, I don't know.
What?
Put that on.
You're a broker now.
I'm a broker now.
He's a broker.
All your fills will get better. So we are holding above those IB highs we talked about a little while ago. I don't want to be short, but as Rips mentioned, that 2-year note auction later on could change things.
Hey,
it's really bad location to go long here.
Yep.
I got a change. I got a pivot going on right now. A pivot. It's not in trading. I got something that I want. I'm a pay it forward guy. You guys ever watch that movie? Great movie.
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right. Who's where's he at? Alec Chaprak. I'm saying this right. Alec Chaprak. Please, MP, please send me a book. Do not throw it away. All right, Alec. You're gonna have my book.
What?
With Go Get 'em Champ MP on here.
Man.
I'm not burning this thing. And you got to pay it forward. So once you pass, we'll pay for your test. Once you pass, you got to send it to somebody. Send it to somebody else. And you got to come into chat. And we're going to figure out how to do this. So Alec Chaprack, you're next in line to pass your Series 3. Now here, I gotta preface this is what you gotta like disregard my chicken scratch. In the shit I say in here is like I put a lot of question marks on like typos or prices, and I have a lot of this. If you guys want to share my video from Sunday where I've been studying, and then they're putting in the wrong prices and they're asking you to do equations that you're like, how do you do this one? So Kaplan, I hate you, but I'm gonna pass. It got me passing it. You got to email TopstepTV at Topstep, TopstepTV at Topstep. Give us your address. We'll pay to send it to you. But the goal is, once you pass, you got to tell us when you're ready, and you got to be ready try to be ready within a month of getting it. We'll pay for your test. You're the next person that's going to pass. While we're doing this, we're going to see how we can put together a process so we can get more people a part of Topstep sponsoring their test. So then we get a bunch of professionals tuning in. It's the most watched professional network with professionals contributing. And our house trade account goes to the moon, and we're all happy, all that kind of good stuff. So that's what I'm looking to do. Email TopstepTV at Topstep. And this book is coming your way. You got the next one. And then you're going to let us know how it goes. We'll keep in contact with you.
Yeah,
I like this idea from Coop.
Yeah, hit this, Eddie.
People can keep signing it and sending it along.
Yep,
that's pretty
That's
cool.
what we'll do. That's what we'll do. I'll actually sign it in here too. Yeah, we'll put it inside this little right here. We got a lot of space here, ladies and gentlemen. So you too can get this book.
It's like the textbooks in school. Everybody signed it, and whoever gets it the next year signs it, and whoever gets it the next year signs it.
Oh, Andre never had that happen. He sat at the end of the lunch table.
Such a bad joke. It's not even a funny joke. Just keep doing your thing, man. Pass around your little yearbook from person to person.
Can't you take a joke?
I'm kidding. I like that idea. Everyone sign it and pass it along. I think that's cool.
So Alec, TopstepTV.com, TopstepTV at Topstep. Alec, you are the first person that came up with this great idea. You're like Andy and George. Andy came up with fire drill. George came up, all roads lead to VWAP, quoted by George. Fun stuff. So pay it forward, Alec.
Pay forward is right. Oh. All right, fellas. We do have we got about 29 minutes. Well, not even 3 minutes left here on Fast Markets. Markets have kind of petered out. Like Rips said, we do have Tesla. We do have Visa after the close today. Rips, big earnings week. Oh, did want to talk to you about this. I'm glad you reminded me. How do we attack earnings season? I remember last earnings season we called it the Super Bowl of earnings. This is from Q4 of 2023. We are now doing earnings for Q1 of 2024. How do you attack an earnings season when you know you got the big names coming up the later half of the week? You got your Microsofts, your Apple, your Teslas. How do you attack an earnings week in terms of trade?
Well, we have the majority that are reporting this week. The big bulk are reporting this week. And we have key names of players in the Magnificent Seven that are just, the big names. So Microsoft, Google, Meta, big names that are reporting. We have Tesla after the bell today. And we want to approach it in a way that we're looking for market information on the path forward. We really want to see what's happening on the path forward here. And we want to look for clues. So we're looking for clues on what the Fed is looking for. In this rate, we're looking for what's going on with the consumer. So we looked at companies that represent the consumer, Meta a little bit, maybe Microsoft, a little bit of Google there. But the big one is going to be after the close today, Visa. Visa is going to give us eyes on consumer credit and seeing what their path forward is. If they have a lot of clients that are in debt right now, that's probably what the Fed's looking for. We want to see people down and out and in debt. Obviously, it's not good for the general broad scope of the economy, but when the inflated prices are as high as they are right now, that's one of the things that we need to be looking out for. And the only way that we have inflation correcting itself is when we have less people having money in this type of economy. Right now, there was just a squawk that I heard that's sending the market to the downside here, but I didn't quite catch it. But anyway, it's important names like that and other consumer names that we want to see that are reporting this week as well. So just seeing a pulse on the consumer and how they're being received in the current market landscape right now and the forward-looking guidance. That's everything, not just what they're reporting for the quarter, but what they're anticipating for their full-year guidance and forward-looking guidance. So what's going to happen in 25 and 26? And a lot of those companies will keep those numbers held to their chest, and some of them will divulge those numbers. So we'll have to wait and see whether or not That's going to be something that is reporting. And I think Visa is going to be a big one. I think that's one that's going to be very important for the path forward and what the Fed is going to say. And of course, the Fed is in a blackout period right now until the FOMC next Wednesday. So we do have to kind of use that data to guide us for our next trades here in the market. And the FOMC has all but decided that we will have a pause on this next meeting. But, if consumer credit comes in a little bit shaky, we could see that maybe that tends to change the Fed fund futures rates. So I'll be watching for that. So how do we play this earnings season? I would say very gingerly, and using it for market information that we can use to guide us in our trades for the next week and a half here as we're waiting on more forward-looking data or just rear-looking data, PPI, CPI coming out before the next FOMC post-May. So that's what we're looking for.
Amazing. Great stuff. Very good. Visa, huh? It gives you a peek into the consumer. Very good stuff. And you said, I heard you in right before the open. Who is the enemy of the Fed? The retail spender, correct?
Yeah, I mean, as long as people are spending money right now in the economy, then that indicates that prices shouldn't go down. It's simple supply and demand. The more money and more credit that is in the economy, the more that these prices will remain inflated. If we remove credit from the economy, if credit restrictions become tighter, there's less money being available to be borrowed by the consumer or even businesses. The buck stops there, and we will see prices start to trend down because less credit equals less real money in the economy. Credit is treated the same as real money, real cash in the economy. And the less credit that we have available means that prices will naturally trend down. So if we see Visa speaking about that, consumers are in debt, they're going to be looking at tightening credit restrictions, giving less borrowing power to the consumer, then technically we would see inflation start to drift to the downside. And the Fed would really like to see that. We could relax rates a little bit. But if that's not the case, they might be looking at potentially having a rate hike on the table. And that could be something that even happens this year. We could see all of that flipping on the wayside based on what the commentary is on these earnings. And of course, on the FOMC meeting that's going to be next Wednesday, May 1st.
Ribs, what do you think about the record consumer credit we have right now? I mean, consumer credit is at all-time highs.
Yeah, and that's a figure that it is a figure that gets tossed around quite a bit, but if you trend it in line with inflation, it isn't extrapolated too much to the high side right now. It is actually in line with how inflation has been trending. So it is a nice data point to be watching, but there isn't an outlier on it just yet. It could balloon out of control very rapidly, but I don't think it's something of concern just yet. It is much higher than it's ever been, but so is inflation and so are prices paid right now. So I think it is in line with what we've been noticing lately.
Thank you.
Be right back, guys. Real quick.
Sure.
Where are you going? Andre pissed off again? Didn't like talking monetary or money supply. Huh?
He's a soft spot for the Fed. He can't stand hearing from those Fed heads.
Can't stand.
He's going to check his credit cards.
He goes, Visa's reporting. Oh, shoot.
No.
Well, we are seeing Google, who pointed out, Eduardo in chat pointing out that Google is breaking to the high side right now. We are seeing the S&Ps holding this 5,100 number. Amazon, Microsoft, Meta, and NVIDIA all having pretty decent days today, but we are coming up to these anticipation points in the price where, these are breakout areas in the price. This is like right now where we're running into in Microsoft is where we saw the low of the early session lows on Thursday, like last Thursday. So we're seeing a lot of these important areas of confluence that are coming into play right now in the equities. I don't think much of it. Like I said earlier, I think that we are at the nosebleeds right now in the equity indexes. So I'm not really interested in taking any trades long or short up here. I know Dakota was short 600s and, he's still in the profit here, but I consider that a little bit of a riskier trade myself. So me personally, I'm not looking to attack anything up here. And I think that with how brilliant of a day that we had all together, John, your level, MP, your execution, just how good everything shaped out today, I just think it's a good enough day for me to lock it up and not really worry about trading any more further price action on this day today. And the market information we're going to get after the bell today is going to be really guiding our hand throughout the rest of the week here.
We've got, what is it, Microsoft and Alphabet Thursday?
That's Thursday after the close, and that's going to be pairing with the GDP that's going to be out in the pre-market. So we have GDP, we have jobless claims, we're going to have core PCE price index for the Q1. It's the advanced personal consumption. So we're going to have a lot of this data. If you were only going to trade one day out of the week this week, I would say Thursday's your day. It's going to be the most jam-packed, full of activity. After the bell, we have action. Before the market opens, we have action. And even during the market, we have action because we have the pending home sales due out at 10 a.m. that day, 10 a.m. Eastern time, 9 a.m. Central Time on Thursday. So Thursday is going to be a jam-packed day. We do also have from the Treasury a 7-year note auction that day. So like I said, if you wanted to trade just one day this week, Thursday is going to be your day. And like you said, John, what are the earnings after the bell? Microsoft and Alphabet, Google, having those. Also, we pair that with a chips reporting alongside those two names, which again will give us a better look into the semis right now. We kind of had a freak out when TSM didn't give us that early report they were looking for last week. They usually report good guidance 2 weeks before they report their earnings, and they came out, they were mum, they had nothing to say, so that kind of panicked the semis space. So if Intel comes out and says, hey, semis are good, we're rock solid in semis, we're looking good for the full year guidance and the forward-looking guidance, if we have that coming out, that could save chips a little bit, take a little pressure off the downside move that we've seen in semis. Even though NVIDIA has bounced back above 800, I think that more news, good news in the sector could really do us a great service there and maybe bring us back up to those highs that we're trading at. But, anything's on the table right now. We're at kind of that inflection point in the market where nothing's really been decided. So I'm really, kind of neutral on everything. If you were to ask me, am I bullish or bearish on the market right now? I'm completely neutral, and I'm ready to have the market tell us what to do next.
Rips, are you a little bit surprised about the decent price action and directional activity we've seen Monday and Tuesday of this week, knowing all this information is coming out?
To me, to be honest, I'm not exactly surprised because I have seen liquidity entering in the market off the opens, and then it's remaining there until about this time in the afternoon. It starts to subside a little bit. We are seeing, if you draw a trend line on your volume bars, you can actually see that volume is in a steady decline right now. And so I do think that we will continually decline that volume, but we have seen some decent participation. We're only 2 days into the week, but we have seen some pretty decent participation there off the open. Usually we'd have, like what you're suggesting, have a big opening print, a lot of orders being matched, and then the volume dissipates, which is what we had, 3 weeks ago? But now we're not in that cycle anymore. And I think that's because we're seeing a lot of positioning going into these names like Microsoft and Google, big heavy hitters. And to hedge those positions, they are going into these index options as well as just the index futures themselves. So yeah, I think that's what's supporting the continuing volume that we're seeing that's going till about 10 a.m. these days.
Yeah, positioning and hedging for the next 3 days.
Correct. Yeah, exactly. As ridiculous as that sounds, when you're talking about the big boy, it's Microsoft, the number one weight of the S&P, the number one weight of NASDAQ. That kind of weight can push around this, and that's what's going to keep people on their toes hedging. And hedges need to be hedged a little bit more, and then maybe even a little bit more. And if they come out of pocket, now we're hedging and hedging and hedging. And that's what I think we're seeing on this continuation where we said, right now when we broke out of those highs of the prior day highs, we saw that continuation. Then we saw a little bit of a pullback. The moment that we had that pullback, we found a ton of bidders in the index options, namely in the S&P and the NQ. And that pullback was everything to get MP long on that position there because we found firm bids down there. And that's not just that's not happening for no reason. It's happening because hedging is going off sides, and we have to see more hedging entering into the market there, and then we're creating a squeeze. So yeah, I would say Microsoft is heavily responsible for what we're seeing in the markets right now.
Rips, do you think how much of the rally we saw yesterday and the continuation of that today do you credit to speculators liquidating some of those possible shorts that they may be holding from higher, or especially the ones that are short in the hold down below? I mean, they're going to be evening up as well coming into these numbers, right?
What I think happened yesterday was that you had a lot of players who were, we have that move to the downside, 6 days straight down where we're just selling off more and more. A lot of people are looking for bounces in that, and we just didn't have a bounce day. We had 6 days uninterrupted of red days back to back to back to back to back to back. And when you have something like that, a lot of players are waiting for something to pause. And when we go into a Monday with 6 days straight down, 6 red days straight on the docket, you're going to have a lot of folks that are entering into that short. And the market makers know this. We call those late shorts. And so when you have a bunch of late shorts that are entering into the market, you can apply pressure and start to squeeze those weak hands. And that's what I think we saw on Monday. And then exactly right. And I think that's what we're seeing now is that a continuation of that squeeze paired with Microsoft positioning.
Awesome. Love the macro looks that you give, Rips. Thank you very much for answering my questions. Hopefully, a lot of people got a lot out of that. That was great.
Absolutely, yeah, definitely.
Hey, John,
Hey, I'm looking for a long. I'm looking for a long right now. I just got
Why?
long.
Why?
He says why?
Come on.
Looking for longs in all the wrong places.
I'm looking for longs. I just got long. All right. He said, "Hey, John, what's Delta? What's Delta right now?"
S&P is positive 12,000. NASDAQ positive 6,600. So, it is continuing to increase slowly but surely. I don't think we're seeing much of any divergences here just yet.
Okay. Yeah. That's something to keep an eye on. I'd like to see the numbers grow. Michael got long.
If we start breaking and we see Delta continuing to increase, that might mean something.
Michael, you got long. What product and from what price, please?
Oh no, I got out. You gave my confidence.
No, we're not doing this. We're not doing this again. We're absolutely not doing this. We've gotten along quite well today. It's been a very great vibes, positive. We are not doing this again.
I do want to get long around here, though.
One click away. You're one click away, buddy. You can just.
What's your target? Let's start there. Let's start from the top down. If you were to take along, what's your target?
Good job, thank you, Reb.
It's not a good spot to take along. It's floated. It's pulled back a bit. I think there's something in here, but right now I'm trading for the sake of trading. I understand. No, I'm out.
That was the best self-evaluation I've ever seen, and there's no better reason to utilize the Topstep X lock button than what you just said. I mean, do it for the people, MP. Show everybody how much self-control you have.
I will when the show ends.
I love it, Ribs.
I have so much self-control. I'm going to do it in 15 minutes. Just wait. I got to put. He's long. He's putting on a long.
James by Andre.
He can't.
Is that a long, MP?
Yes, it is a log. It's very confident. If I like the 89s, I like the 73s. How about that? Or 82s, sorry. My stops at 73s.
You love 80s, you'll love
That's
70s.
why you don't trade. Yeah, I just got stopped out. I'm not doing this. Okay.
Yeah, more on trade.
We love 80s. You'll love the 70s, man. You'll love it.
We tried, right? We tried, Andre. John, we tried.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the beauty. This is what a beauty. The house account trade is locked in. He is trading his personal account.
Thank goodness.
This is my personal, guys. This is my personal.
Discretionary. Makes discretionary trades as he pleases. And
what I do in the friendly confines of my office.
Hey, we are seeing a short bias here in the ES. 73% growth and 74% now. NASDAQ 71 just popped up to 72% short. So shorts are building here. If we can't get a push down lower, they might get squeezed and pop it a little higher. So let's see why you might want to be long. These shorts are coming here saying, "Yeah, we're near the highs."
If it's any consolation for you, MP, Dakota is short right now. If you wanted to throw on a one guy short, maybe that would give you a push in the right direction. You like clicking buttons. Hey, I'm trying to give you the right click here.
Yeah, my bias is long, but if it's a fademp.com, then I guess I'm going to fade myself. But yeah. Hold on, I better hurry and buy that domain real quick. I probably should. Andre, do you realize somebody just quote Rue in here goes, "That's just stupid."
Don't.
MP.
Why?
It's a quote by you. Did you notice how I
know. It's funny how that works. That wasn't a quote by you.
Run off. I need a break. No, I love you, buddy.
Didn't need a break. No, man, you just. What time's your flight? Let's get you out of here.
Put him on the flight.
I'll drive you to the airport, my man. I will drive you to Anyway.
Oh, that's a friend.
That is
to the airport.
Hey, popping crude here. Crude just popped about 25 cents here in the last couple minutes. Everything else trading sideways. Shorts are building here. 74% short ES, 71% NASDAQ short as well.
What a V bottom.
Yeah, we got some shorts here. I think Anne-Marie's short, Dakota short. Nick T, I didn't see what your position was. I think Nick T was short too. So there's some shorts building here, but we are seeing a pop here in the crude. Don't forget, we have At noon Central today, we do have that 2-year auction. Sometimes it moves us, sometimes it doesn't, but we always keep an eye on that, check out what that bid to cover is. We will post that. He's always on that. We got Visa, we got Tesla after the bell. Tesla's been seeing some turbulent times with reduction in workforce, I believe, by 10%. But, I guess that might be good for bottom line reduction in workforce. So we'll see how they. What's that?
Yeah, I am. I feel the force, John.
Well, if you feel the force,
it takes me out. I mean, I got and I just got stopped out. I'm done.
That.
The force is
community trader.
The highs and the lows. The highs and the lows. We have more.
Well, there's lessons to be learned. I got my notepad in front of me.
Rips.
Oh,
I mean, this is just
You're
a
killing me
180
over here.
man.
You're killing me. You had a great short up there from 85s. We're trading 70s now. Come on, MP.
I know, and I'm fading our best trader. I'm fading our best trader, and I don't know why I'm done.
Michael, you know what to do. Just buy
that
more.
Dakota trade is just brilliant right now. He was short 600s. We're trading 70s right now. 30 handles on the docket.
That's how you should do it.
Buy more.
So those that don't know, it's called the more on trade. You put more on when it goes against you. Some would call it cannonballing. Some people that aren't very smart, because it's an investing term, it's called dollar cost average. That's investing. Mm-hmm. It's not called trading, or it's not in the world of trading. Trading and investing are two different things. They have different lingos.
What's the difference, Michael?
One's longer term, one's shorter term. And let's start with there. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
One's a portfolio for your kid. One's a portfolio for your kids. The other one is one that you leverage a portfolio for your kids.
Oh no! Hey, we are seeing 78% short Nasdaq, 75% short ES.
Yeah, and I am seeing over there, MP, that it currently says that you're down 1,900 in your live, but that's just right now. And if you gave up right now, I think that that's the only way you're going to lock that in. I mean, you might as well just put on a lot short and follow Dakota here. I'd hate for you to end the stream down 1,900.
Yeah,
I mean, there's.
Oh, he's gonna actually.
Yeah, I can't. My bias is too long to the. My bias is too strong to the long side, and I'm supposed to have a flexible bias, and now I don't. And while I'm talking to you, it rallied at 3 points to the Nasdaq.
And it immediately rejected, though. It did immediately
rejected, but I saw a 3-point rally. And you're right. There hasn't been, the bids aren't in here. It's the sellers are coming in. It's been all day. It's been a rally, like a strong rally. So, and we caught all of it in the house. We caught all of it in the house account. All of it.
Yeah. Well, it was nice.
As long as we're going to finish strong, MP.
Yeah. Get him.
We still do have a Series 3 question for you. And this one, this one's, I think, pretty easy too. But first, we had a screenshot we wanted to show from Charles Lucas. It's down the Series 3 study guide. Faster everyone passes, sooner we can have some peace. Well, not today, Charles. Not
peace or silence.
Today.
Peace.
All right.
Hey, Jack, before you do the question, I'd like to pass the baton on to the first person who has to answer. And because I believe Andre and Hogue are going to be taking the test next. Oh, did you get the flutter in your chest, Andre? Did you get the flutter? Here we go. I would like to pass the baton on to Andre. Andre is next in line.
We'll talk about
on TV.
We'll talk about this off there. Oh, right here.
Okay. Hogue, would you like to take it? The baton for passing the test next?
Hogue's already got a head start on me.
He read the whole book, didn't you?
Okay. I've been through it once. I'm going to go through it again, and then I'm going to take the test.
If y'all
I just went through
not study anything yet, I think you will know the answer to this one. And if not, I'm going to have some questions.
Okay.
With that, are we ready? Let's see what we got here. A spreader notes that Feb cotton is at 60 cents and May cotton is at 65 cents. If he believes that the May contract is overpriced relative to Feb, he should short ... A, Feb, B, Feb, and buy May, C, may, or D, short, may, and bifab?
I know that one, Hog.
Yeah.
I gotta read it again here. Hang on.
I know. Imagine if you're on time. I had to do this and I had that stupid calculator and I'm trying to this one isn't a calculator one. It's more like the spreader notes that the Fed cotton. If he believes the May cotton is overpriced, that's your
Sell
key
May
word.
by
Right there.
Feb.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, you do, Johnny.
Yeah.
D.
Yeah. That's what I got.
It's
D, yeah.
simple,
All right.
but you just have to read the question.
You got to read the
You
damn
have to
question
read
a million times.
They're longer than this too. And I had. Go ahead.
You just need to read two words in there: spreader and what is it? Overpriced relative.
Right.
And so let's go ahead and see the answer here. It is, of course, D.
Hold on.
What did he say? What did you say?
Wait,
Whatever,
what did you guys see? I thought you all said D.
I said D.
I said D as well.
Oh, you said this. Oh, I thought you said Feb. Okay, yeah. May is overpriced. Yeah, see? That's how easy it is if you read it wrong. I actually was thinking B because I read it wrong. May's overpriced, not Feb. Yeah, dude.
Right,
That's where it's hard. Yep. That's
Words,
not your problem.
Words have meaning.
Not
Words
your
have.
problem.
Thank you, Jack. It's totally true.
And really quick, we discussed. Eddie, are you back there? We discussed puppets earlier, and
yeah.
I hope Eddie's back there because you can give the commentary on this. But we do have a screenshot of that Eddie sent us.
Oh yeah,
Whoa, the whole puppet crew.
There you go. It's just some of them that I've made. And most of them have been adopted. And being a puppet maker, that's the term we use when you sell them. They've been adopted.
The one on the far right, top. Well, no, hold on. Is that one? Kind of looks like Andre. A little bit.
We should commission Eddie.
Passes the 3 makes 10 G's in a house count, loses 2 G's in personal count, and still has jokes.
Eddie should
I've
make puppets.
made about 300 puppets so far.
300?
Wow. Yeah.
Do you sell them, most of them, or?
Oh yeah, they're 90% are commissions. I've got on Facebook the largest puppet makers workshop. We've got over 40,000 subscribers on my founded. Yeah, it's called Puppet Makers Workshop. You want to join it? By all means, join up and we'll get you in. But
drop the link in. Yeah. Drop the link in the chat just so people. Eddie, I remember when you were at like 7. I remember when you were at 5,000 or 7,000 back in the day.
That's huge.
Good for you.
Oh yeah, the thing just took off, and over a weekend we get 200 people that want to join. So it's it's fun, if you got kids. We teach people how to make puppets cheap enough, stuff around the house, or if you want to sort of dig in a little deeper. We show you where to go for all the supplies. Cool. Thanks.
That's awesome.
Very cool.
Yeah, man. Put that link in there. Let's show Eddie some love. All right, fellas. We got about 1 minute left here on Fast Markets. That was truly enjoyable, truly profitable for some accounts. Yes, it was a great trade there.
Get out of here.
And, that was really fun. That was really good stuff. That's what we do here at Top Step X. Keep in mind, we got an action-packed day. Real quick, going over the schedule. We have Isaac Rivera coming up next on Power Players. I have not seen him in the green room just yet. Jack and Anne Marie on Top Quiz. Got the heat lamp on her. See how she does there. JD Ho Group Coaching. Let's get those questions in. There it is. I got you, JD. How about that? Pin to the top of the check. The form for questions for Hogue Group Coaching. After that, Eddie, Robert, Deanna, Marcus talking with D, then Power Hour, Andre, Dolby, Zach Anthony. Very cool. Rips, as always, thank you so much for joining us. Your levels have been on freaking point. Please don't be shy. Put them in the chat. Oh, I forgot. We have Slow Markets with Coach Dakota this evening, 8 p.m. Central.
Oh, my. That's a must-watch right there.
Rips, leave us with some words. Michael, we will see you later. Safe travels. Great trade. Congratulations on the Series 3. Good stuff. John, we're going to see you later here coaching. But Rips, thank you very much. Rips, leave us some words of wisdom. Michael, you as well, please.
I will just say, if you traders are out there and you're getting FOMO from missing the earlier rally, just take it easy. It's just one day of trade. It's just one session in the thousands of sessions that you will experience in your trading career. It doesn't mean all that much. So just let it go to the wayside. Don't try to trade this if you missed it. Don't trade with FOMO, and just take it easy for the rest of the day. And let's look to earnings after the bell to see whether or not we have more market information that we can use to our favor later in this week.
Very good, Michael.
I'm not your
travels.
Thank you. Yes, I'm traveling, so I won't be on, guys. But I'm not your role model. I don't practice.
Oh, God.
I have a wicked crossover and a sick fadeaway. That was back in the day. Iverson. No, I don't have anything more to say besides thanks, guys, for the house account. Trade ideas. That's what's really important, is all of us working together. We are all on our personal journey. I totally understand that. And we all need help at times. So tune in more. I will not be on. I'm taking off the rest of the week. If anybody here lives in Dubai, email. I have a meeting because I'll be in Dubai on Thursday. And tell me right now, or if there's flooding happening and they're in chat. Or I know there was flooding, but if anything's damaged, if you're in Dubai. But I'm going to be traveling for a bit with the family, and then be back on with you guys. So I may tune in. We'll see how it goes. I need to check out, though. This is good decompression and stress off my shoulders with the Series 3. So all good.
Later, buddy.
Yeah, I know, right?
Safe travels, Michael.